Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy freaking Tuesday. Coming to you live from Jasper National Park in Alberta.
Oh, that was pretty good. That sounds
you.
cool.
Right? We are currently live in Jasper. If you're watching on YouTube, you may notice some mountains behind us and some raindrops on the window because it just rained, and I promise you,
We tried to film.
I was trying to rush Denver because he was just taking forever. He's looking at me, isn't he? He was taking forever, and he didn't want to film in the rain. And I was like, babe, they love it when we film in the rain. And he just didn't want to do it.
To clarify, when she means that she was waiting on me, what she really means is that she was FaceTiming her mom. Yes.
And my mom just kept the conversation going and going and going. She misses me so much. It's been 2 whole weeks. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I thought we were going to get an ASMR rain video for them.
It was coming down.
It was. And then it's sunny skies again.
I know.
Jasper's wild. Jasper is a trip. We will get into the life updates. Guys, this has been the craziest
life updates
RV week of our life, which is actually not saying too much since we just completed our second week.
Yep.
But goddamn,
I hope it gets better from here because
way harder than the first week.
Yep.
I hope that was like the worst week that we've ever had. We learned
I hope so too.
2 huge RV lessons. Where if you've been following us on like Denver and Teresa, like our Instagram and our TikTok and stuff, I'm sure you already know all about it. But we'll save that for the life updates at the end. If you're just here at ThreadTalk podcast for the Reddit stories, we're going to get into that. What's the theme for today?
Who raised you?
Who fucking raised you, boy?
Whoa.
Too much?
That was aggressive.
Too much?
It's a bit aggressive.
If you're new, you'll find out that I am the aggressive one and Teresa is the calm, well-mannered one. And if that's flip ever scripts where I'm calm and Teresa's raging,
ever scripts,
something's fucked up. That's a messed up story if that script flips. If the flip scripts.
How much flip with a wood?
No. How much wood would woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? We've been singing this together.
Okay, anyways.
We had a late driving night, and we were screaming back at each other in like different tones of, how much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Just to keep me awake. Oh, come on, stop it.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah, you forgot the wood.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Either way, welcome to Thread Talk Podcast. If you're new, we read the Reddit stories. I've got 5 stories. Teresa's got 7 stories. We'll get through as many as we can over the next 2 hours. And then we'll get into the crazy RV life updates because if you are new, we have just recently started living full-time in the RV. So let's get going. You can go first.
All right. Am I the asshole for breaking up with her after I saw her apartment? I had been seeing this girl for a few months. We met through a friend, so I had known her a little longer, but she was gorgeous and I was super into her. Last Saturday, she invited me to her place, which I had never been to. She had mentioned her apartment was a mess, and I laughed because I thought she was just being self-deprecating. But when I got to her place, holy shit, dude. I want to start off by saying I know that people have their reasons for stuff like this, and I don't want to be disrespectful in any way. But the state of her apartment was genuinely shocking when I first went in. It was a pretty small space, and I'm not talking about clutter. Literal piles of trash on the floor, sink full of dishes, overflowing onto the counter, stains on the couch and carpet, week-old food on the table, and just piles and piles of stuff everywhere. Not to mention the overpowering smell of mold and mildew that I could literally taste in my mouth. She told me to sit down and stuff like it was completely normal, and I tried not to act weird, but I'm sure she noticed. I stayed for a bit and we watched a movie on the couch, but I left before it got too late. The next day I called her and told her I didn't think things were going to be compatible between us. She got mad at me for leading her on and breaking up with her for no reason. I didn't mention the apartment, but I don't know, maybe I should have. Literally nothing about her appearance or personality would lead me to expect this, so it was sort of unbelievable to see the state she was living in. I feel bad for her and I'm worried I might have acted too quickly.
I don't think so because, that's 100% compatibility.
Yeah.
That's like, like if you imagine like the first date we went on, and you got in my car, and my car was just filled with like wrappers and trash and just garbage inside the car. It's a little peek behind the curtain of what that person's personality is like.
Exactly.
With like their threshold for dirty. I've talked about it before, where like I feel like everybody has a different threshold for like what they find dirty before they clean it, and it's about communication of a proper relationship. Like Teresa likes to have things cleaner on the surface level. Like she likes things to be tidy more than I do. But when we actually start cleaning, Teresa likes to tidy, where I'm like, I deep dive into it and I got to scrub away. So that's why I don't like doing it as often. So there's like different thresholds to like tidy, clean, what you need to do and have and stuff. And yeah, that's like compatibility. It's like, I don't see this relationship going much further because I could not live here. And if you're living here, that means that if you moved in with me, this is what my place could potentially turn into.
Yeah. Yes, I think this can be, you know, due to many things like mental health issues, and like it can stem from that. People, you know, don't have a will to, you know, to clean up after themselves, and I do try to understand that sentiment. But I think there has to be a level of self-awareness when inviting other people over, and like thinking this is normal when it's not.
You know, that's a tough one too, because what if you were raised like that?
I know.
And then you moved out on your own?
Yeah.
But I would have to think that you've been over to other people's places and it's clean. Like I'm starting to think, I'm like, okay, is there a little bit of sympathy here? Because it's like, okay, if you were raised like that, then you moved out on your own and you don't know any different. But how have you not been exposed to anything different of like being over to other places, and even not even like just being at other people's places? Like you go out into public and you're like, hey, I'm in Subway. Subway doesn't smell like mold and mildew, and
I'm in Subway?
There's not trash piled up everywhere.
Like Subway, the sandwich store?
Okay, I'm in Barburrito.
What the
I'm in Best Buy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just out in public and things are clean. I'm at a restaurant and the restaurant's clean. The bathroom's clean. The trash can isn't overpiling. Like, I feel like even if your parents raised you in a pigsty, you would know what a pigsty is and what's not a pigsty.
Yeah.
So
okay, side note, is it pigsty or pigstein?
Sty, no?
Not
another one of these things.
It with an N.
Like Tupperware?
That's just a you thing. You say Tupperware.
It is Tupperware.
It's Tupperware.
Nobody says Tupperware.
People do.
Lies. I do not believe this.
Anyways.
Okay, so is he valid for breaking up with her?
100%. 100%. Because, yeah, like you said, it's just not going to work out. You're not compatible because, yeah, okay, you've only been dating for a few months, okay? This is the way she lives, and I highly doubt she will change and do a full 180.
But it's not impossible. So you have the green light to do as you see fit. You're not the asshole either way, because you could give that person the chance and you could be like, hey, I think...
Communicate.
Be like, hey, yeah, you could communicate. You could be like, hey, I don't think we're compatible. And he didn't even explain it to her. So maybe he could have just explained it to her and be like, hey, I don't think we're compatible. This is the reason why.
What's worse? Is it telling her the reason why or keeping it from her? I don't know.
That's a tough one. I don't think there is a right or wrong answer there. That's the gray area of relationships. But you could say, one, I could not fault you right now as it stands for breaking up with her. I couldn't fault you if you wanted to try and like change her and like, you know, see if that's something that is amendable, if that's like the only thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I also couldn't blame you if, what was the third option? You don't know because it was in my head.
That is correct. I don't know what you were thinking. I was like, was there a third option? Did I just zone out?
Or like, well, like you could also break up with her and explain why you think you're not compatible. That was the third option. Option A was you break up with her without a reason. Option B was like you address it and stay with her. And option C was like you break up with her, but with the explanation that this is why I don't think we're compatible because you're a dirty slob.
Yeah.
I've experienced this before.
Have you?
Yep. BT.
Oh,
Many years BT.
I don't.
Went over somewhere and I was just like, smells like mold. This is really basement apartment. Out of there.
See, I have a weird quirk.
Icked out of there.
I love the smell of basements and mold.
No, this was a bad basement. This was the worst basement that I've ever been in. And then I went into used the bathroom, and the shower was the grossest, rustiest shower that I had ever seen. It honestly made me, it looked like a movie set. Like, you know, in the movies where they show really grimy bathrooms?
Yes.
Where you're like, that can't be real life. Nobody would actually have a bathroom like that in real life. Like, you would catch a fucking toe fungus in this shower.
Ew?
Yeah. I noped out of there after one day. That was it. No going back.
Yeah. All right. Top comment says, not the asshole, but I do think you should have mentioned the apartment. People who don't know what the problem is cannot take any corrective action. Tell her and move on.
Is it? I don't agree 100%. Like, listen, if you're a non-confrontational person, that's not your responsibility. It's not on you.
I agree with you.
Me personally, fuck yeah, I'd mention it.
I would never.
But I don't think Teresa's going to be mentioning it. She's just like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, Denver, in the alternate universe, multiverse.
There's an edit that says, I just watched the Friends episode and wow, it's scarily similar. LOL. I don't remember that one.
Me either.
I need to rewatch Friends.
I need to rewatch Friends. I need to rewatch Gilmore Girls. I need to rewatch Twilight. I need to rewatch anytime you see something that you've seen before. You're like, I need to binge.
Did you know that it's like scientifically proven from TikTok? Well, that's where I got this fact. That people with anxiety tend to rewatch shows because
you know what's gonna happen.
What?
No, that's the answer. That's why. That's why you rewatch the shows. Because of your anxiety,
you're cutting me off.
I was, but like the reason with anxiety, like to rewatch.
Because you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yes. You may or may not have mentioned this before.
Have I?
Yeah,
on the podcast.
I don't know, but on the podcast. But like, we talk a lot.
Well, then don't fault me for my. Yes, I know we talk a lot. Thanks.
Okay. I think
it gets blurry sometimes.
Literally 10 days ago, we were whatever Twilight. Yes, Eyes on Fire by Blue Fountain. I've listened to it 100 times now.
Favorite song, guys.
I really liked it.
I got him hooked.
Yeah.
He's Team Edward.
Yeah.
You like Jacob?
He's
more? More than Edward?
I never really liked any of them.
Okay.
I never really was like, yo, that's who I like.
If you had to choose.
No, I just suffer through the movies.
If you had to choose.
I'd literally.
Right here, right now. Gun to your head.
I would just do Jacob just to piss you off.
Okay.
What? I want the guy who just stares at me and sniffs me? I see you.
Versus nose.
Yeah. A little white, little freaky.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. At least Jacob's like cool.
My 12-year-old self, though. Obsessed.
The new listeners, they're like, what the heck is happening? I want more stories. So we're moving on.
Okay.
Over to me. Okay. So this one, not going to lie, it's kind of trailing after last week because, the people made those comments and then somebody on ThreadTalk podcast was like, hey, you should check this one out. It'd be good for NSFW. It's tagged NSFW. It's coming from a relationship advice.
Does it fall under this category?
It still does.
Okay, good.
You let me know.
Okay, good.
Who raised this person?
Okay.
All right. I want to break up with my magician boyfriend due to his inappropriate magic trick. My boyfriend, 27 male, and I, 24 female, have been together for 1 year and 3 months. Our relationship has been very loving, but has started to get bumpy ever since we moved in together for our 1-year anniversary. A little backstory. I'm in college right now pursuing my master's degree in archaeology, while also working as a library clerk to earn money. Whereas my boyfriend works as a magician for parties and events. Despite our different career paths, I've never had a problem with his career choice because it makes him happy. He has always found a way to make every day magical, which has been sweet. About 9-ish months into a relationship, I had the opportunity to go on a 2-month archaeological excavation in another country for school. Despite us becoming long distance, he had no problem with me going and he was very happy for me. He would send me gifts, letters, And he even sent things for my colleagues in order to brighten up their days. While we were doing long distance, we made plans to move into an apartment when I got back due to how much we missed each other. And a few days after I returned, we moved in together, which has been awful so far. Before living together, we would see each other a few times a week due to my busy schedule. But now that we live together, we see each other all the time. And he has started to do magic all the time. He will make my keys disappear as I'm trying to go to work or school. He tries to practice his card tricks on me while I'm doing homework. He makes the cleaning rag vanish when I ask him to clean, and he has recently done something that makes me want to end the relationship. I have never been in this serious of a relationship before, so I don't want to throw our loving relationship away just because of a few bad months. Last month, we were getting steamy, and he went down on me, which isn't unusual. While he was going down on me, he was saying some dirty talk here and there. I was lost in the moment for obvious reasons, but I snapped out of it when he said, quote, "Oh, how did that get in there?"
No, stop.
And I watched him pull a coin from my crotch.
Goodbye.
He found the coin moment hilarious, but it just took me out of the moment and instantly made me so annoyed, so he stopped. Later, that I told him doing the magic in the bedroom made me literally dry up, so I asked him to keep that kind of magic out of the bedroom. He explained to me that he was trying to make me laugh / have fun, and he didn't apologize for it. I talked with some of my friends about it, and they thought it was funny, so I figured that I was overreacting and needed to lighten up a bit. But he didn't do any magic tricks in the bedroom for the next few weeks. However, 4 days ago, we were having sex and he suddenly started to yell, "Ow!" So I quickly got off of him and was asking what was wrong. He tells me, quote, "I think there's something in you. Let me check."
Stop.
I laid on the bed like I was in the goddamn gyno because I trusted that if something was wrong, then he would find it. After like 2 minutes, he says, "Oh, here it is." And I watched as he was pulling up a long ribbon thing that kept going and going and going. It took a second for me to realize that this was one of his magic tools that he had purposely put in me while he was, quote, checking to see what he felt. He found it hilarious and couldn't stop laughing while he was pulling the string more and more. I ripped the thing out while doing it and yelled at him for doing another magic trick like that even though I told him not to. He told me that he was just adding more fun to our sex life and that he wanted to see what the magic trick would look like if it was coming out from a crotch. The original magic trick involves putting the coil thing in your own mouth and pulling the plastic string for a while. I was pissed off, so I made him go stay at his parents' house for a few days. This morning, I talked with him some more, but he still thinks that it's not a big deal. I get that he's a magician and that he loves magic, but I'm still upset about him breaking that boundary that I had set. I'm fine with his magic tricks 85% of the time, but sex is where I draw the line. I am demisexual, so I need to have a strong, trusting, and close relationship with someone before I can even think about having sex with them. So him breaking my boundary has really hurt me, and I've lost my trust in him. However, everyone I've talked to about the situation says that what he did was hilarious, and I have been told by multiple people that I am overreacting, which is why I decided to go to Reddit. We have built a strong relationship, and I really saw myself marrying him one day. I fully trusted him, and now I don't know if I ever can again. Should we break up, or can we fix this and stay together? I'm so lost, so I'd appreciate any advice. Thanks.
Me personally, you wouldn't catch me with this guy anymore.
Who raised this guy?
Magician. What's that magician's name?
I don't know. Do you think his dad disappeared?
Oh. What the? It's dark.
His dad just taught him the biggest magic trick there is.
Jeez.
But like, no, I cannot imagine inserting something without permission.
Even just by the first time and his reaction to it, that would have been enough for me.
Without an apology?
No, being so defensive of him, like, I was just trying to make you laugh. Okay, that's fine if that was your intent.
Yeah.
But that your intention doesn't actually matter here. It matters how I feel about it, and I'm telling you I didn't like it.
Yeah. Like when I tickle you, I'm just trying to make you laugh.
Yeah.
When I pop out from behind a corner, I'm just trying to make you laugh. When I go, boo.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make you laugh.
tensions don't matter in this situation.
And now there's a reason that I haven't done that in a very, 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 very long time. What's the reason for that, babe?
Because I hate it.
And you've expressed that to me.
Yes.
So I no longer do that.
Exactly. So, yeah, I feel like it's a bigger issue than just like the magic tricks. I think he has a listening problem.
Fucking
and
boundary
he's
problem.
selfish. Yes, he crosses boundaries. He doesn't actually care about your wants or needs. So
Right.
That's not a partner I would want.
Top comment. The magic is gone. It's time for you to disappear.
I don't get it.
The disappearing act.
Oh.
Magic is gone. It's time for you to disappear. Disappear from the relationship.
That's funny.
There's an update.
Okay.
First off, no, the story isn't fake or AI. It's sadly true, but I can understand why people would think that is AI due to the absurdity of it. Secondly, thank you to everyone for the advice in the comments of my previous post. I was lost and looking for some advice because of the uncomfortable situation, and people around me felt differently about it than I did. People in the comments were right, and I should trust my own feelings rather than searching for answers from the people around me. That's something I've struggled with my whole life because my family is very reliant on each other, and my parents are both helicopter parents. So I learned from a young age that I couldn't trust my own instincts because other people know better, which is why I asked my friends and mom about the situation. I have a lot of work to do in trusting myself, but at least I'm working on it now. Hold on. Your child comes to you and says, hey, my boyfriend put a fucking magic ribbon inside my crotch.
Without my consent.
Without my consent during intercourse. And you're going to tell your daughter that it's no big deal, you're overreacting.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, just from the background that she gave, I think the mom also cares more about her daughter ending up with someone rather than ending up with a good person.
Right, the right person.
Yeah.
So here's the update. After my previous post, I read through some of the comments and realized that what my boyfriend did would be considered assault. It wasn't something that I had even considered, as I was only seeing it as him doing something stupid in the bedroom that broke my boundary and made me uncomfortable. But seeing those comments opened my eyes a lot. If he was willing to break my boundary only after a year of dating and could do that to me in the bedroom, then what else is he capable of? I met with him the next day at our apartment and told him about my feelings, which he didn't seem to care about. I showed him the Reddit post so that he could see that other people were also uncomfortable with what happened. He read through your comments, but when he saw the word assault being used a few times, he got really aggravated. I'd never seen him that angry before, but he was screaming nonstop, and he even whipped my coffee mug across the room.
Okay.
I ended up crying because I was scared, and I think that snapped him back to reality or something because he stopped yelling and was trying to comfort me.
Okay.
I made him leave our apartment again because I didn't want to be around him anymore. That night, my friends helped me pack up my stuff and they took me to my parents' house, which is where I'm at now. After I was out of the apartment and safe, I called him and broke up with him over the phone because I didn't feel comfortable doing it in person after his previous reaction. I am so upset that I wasted over a year of my life dating him and even thinking about a future with him. Thank you for all your advice and giving me the courage to follow my feelings and break up with him for good. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you for all the jokes. It's lightened the mood and has helped me feel a little bit better about the situation. As one person said, the magic is gone and it's time for me to disappear.
Good frickin' bye. Poof.
Literally.
Poof.
I don't think it's a waste of time. And the top comment on this says, don't be upset about, quote, wasting time on someone. You're young and it was a year. These wasted times are so pivotal to us as adults. What you got from this relationship is a spine. You stood on your own 2 feet and said, not once, but twice, this isn't an acceptable way to treat me and it isn't okay. This is a tool you will use for the rest of your life in many types of relationships. Don't feel sad, feel empowered.
Period.
100%. Don't think of it as wasted time. Like, you learned valuable lessons on how you want to be treated in the future.
Exactly. Yeah. I can see this in him. The blowouts, the narcissism. He was very selfish in the first in the first post. So
Exactly.
this doesn't surprise me at all. Like, I could see this in his personality.
It's coming sooner or later.
It's usually the same types of people that act like this, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, exactly.
The longer you're with them. So
yep.
Good for her.
Right?
Goodbye, Houdini.
Yeah.
All right. Me?
Yeah.
My 25 female boyfriend, 26 male, of 1 year just told me that he wants me to pay him a rental fee for borrowing his car to visit my family. Am I wrong to be upset? Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a problem. I would just take my car, but it is being fixed right now. This meant that in order for me to drive to see my family for Thanksgiving, I would have to either rent a car or borrow someone's. Since my boyfriend was flying out to California for Thanksgiving, he wouldn't be using his. I asked him if he would mind if I borrowed it. He told me that of course I could borrow his car. Nothing else was said about it until Monday, other than some minor things. I texted him to thank him again for helping me. The way I worded things apparently made it clear to him that I was only planning to cover the gas I used, and he told me that he expected me to pay him a reasonable fee for using the car. Reasonable to him is $50 a day plus replacing the gas I use. So the visit will cost me at least $250 in addition to whatever the gas costs. It is his car, so I don't think I can really argue with him about this. I do understand it in principle. I don't think being his girlfriend entitles me to use his stuff whenever I want, but I am hurt that he is being so stingy. We've been together for a year, it's the holidays, and my only other option was renting a car through a private company. I guess I would have hoped that he would have been more sympathetic, but maybe he has a right to expect me to pay for use of his car. I don't know. I very rarely ask him for any favors and cover all of my expenses myself, so he can't say that I'm using him or exploiting him financially. This has never come up before, so I have been taken off guard. Maybe I'm just being too sensitive.
Wait, we can charge our girlfriends after 1 year money for them borrowing our car at $250 a day? A day? $250 for 1 day?
No, it's $50 a day.
Okay, $50 a day? Bro, I could have made bank. I could have made bank our second summer.
And then you would have lost me. Which one would you have wanted?
Like, is it reasonable to be like, hey,
No.
if you want to borrow the car, you should pay for it?
No.
I can barely see it. I
don't see it at all.
Maybe I'm not really with you, but
no, this is weird to me.
A little weird.
That's your partner. It doesn't matter if you're married.
Not partner. Girlfriend.
Yeah, it's still a partner.
1 year. That's not partner
1 year.
status.
Okay.
No, that's not partner status. That's girlfriend status.
Yes, it's still girlfriend, but in my head, girlfriend equals partner, boyfriend equals partner.
No. There's tiers.
Whatever.
There's tiers. We're friends. We're banging, like friends with benefits.
They're girlfriend and boyfriend.
We're girlfriend and boyfriend for like 1 to 2 years. After 2 years, I feel like then you're like, we're teammates. 3 years, we're partners. 4 years, super partners, or like moving in, roommate partners. 5 years, I don't know. 6 years, I don't know. 7 years, you should get engaged.
Okay. Okay.
You know, like my scale?
No, I don't. That is your boyfriend of 1 year. And 1 year together. Like, I don't think even if you were... I think this would be even weird if you're asking someone who you've maybe gone out on a few dates with. I think that would be weird if they were like, you have to pay me for it.
Like, bro, it's a year.
That's so weird to me. I could never... Like, unless you were a literal stranger to me that I just met on the street.
I'm not even charging you. I don't want to lend you my car.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a rental company. This is not Turo.
My point is, if I know you and you are my friend, my partner, my boyfriend, whatever, I would literally never ask you for money as similar to how a rental place would charge. Like, there's no world where that would happen.
You know, I'm conflicted by my own feelings because I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that far to line, but I'm with you where I've never done that. I never would do that. Like, I know my friend Marcus, it was his birthday. His car was in the shop. I let him borrow my car. He put a nail in my freaking tire and Actually, I never paid for it now that I think about it. And then there was the summer I gave you my second car, like all summer long, so you'd be able to drive and visit me. I wasn't like, hey, you want the X3 for $50 a day?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, no, take my car.
Because, babe, I don't even think we would be together. Like, I would actually be judging you very hard.
Same.
Like that.
That's why I just gave it to you, because loved you.
Yeah, no, this is not the way that I was raised. This is not the way I would want to be. I wouldn't want to be with someone who was raised like this. Like, I just feel like that it's so. Yeah, it's very much like me, and not like team-like.
Is this the level of like, he says, yo, I want $50 a day. Does that give you the ick?
100,000,000%, yeah.
Of the relationship? Like, that just
That's
gives...
the ultimate ick.
That is like an ultimate ick. That's like, I can literally, like, you know, in the movies where they do like like somebody says something and they like zoom into the guy's thought process and like zooms into the future of like what the future looks like. It does like a little montage of like the guy growing old or whatever. You know what I mean? Like one of those movie montages that zooms into the future.
Okay.
You can just see where the relationship's going with this guy. It's like, oh, $50 a day. That means like we're going to split absolutely everything 50-50. We go out for breakfast. Oh, we'll split the check. Oh, we've been married however long. We got to split. Everything's got to be like down the line.
Exactly.
Of like, hey, I paid for this. I put gas in your car. Now you need to put gas in my car. Like your whole
100%.
future with that person is most likely going to be through this like glass lens of like, we need to split. Everything needs to be fair.
Yeah.
Not, oh, we're a team. What's mine is yours.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Selfish.
It's very selfish. And yes, it's not a partnership in his eyes. It's me and you and not you and I together. Yeah. It's just, we are separate entities.
He's not thinking partners. He's just thinking girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah. So, there's an edit that says, just so you guys know, I'm already at my family's house. Sorry if that wasn't clear. Top comment here says, if he said you could borrow his car and now he's saying you can rent his car, he's changing the deal midstream and it's sort of weird. Personally, I'd conclude he doesn't really want me to use his car for that period of time, and I'd rent one from a private company. He should have told you up front he didn't want you to use his car. OP replied, I even checked with him a few times to make sure it was fine. At no point did he mention that he wanted me to pay him.
Bro, honestly, like, $50 a day, just get a Turo. At least you got like insurance with it or something.
Exactly.
And also break up with him.
Because yes, this is such a like a bait and switch. It's like, why didn't he say this up front? Like, she's like, can I borrow your car? And he's like, yeah, for sure, babe. Of course.
But like,
what's mine is yours. Mi casa, su casa.
Yeah, like he's changing it up. How does he say, hey, you can have it? And then all of a sudden it's, no, $50 a day.
Last minute, too. Like, that wasn't the agreement.
I'm going to bring it back with an empty tank if I'm spending $50 a day on a car.
No, I'm just not going to take it anymore at all. Because I can get a cheaper price at a fucking rental company.
I'm not going to take anything from you. I'm not even going to take your kisses anymore. Your kisses have been rejected.
Rejected. Yeah, you just got rejected.
Rejected.
REJECTED. Rejected.
Okay, I thought we were spitballing, but I think you were on a script.
Yes. Have you ever watched Zoe 101?
No.
It shows.
Clearly. My bad.
Okay. Another comment says, that seems ridiculous in my opinion, and I would be pissed if someone asked the same of me. Well, if my significant other or a close friend asked it. I don't really get his motive. Is he trying to make money off of his girlfriend just because he could? I don't see why, if you're paying for gas and obviously covering anything else that you personally do to the car, like if God forbid you get in an accident or spilled coffee on the seats or something, your relationship isn't a business. This situation seems like some bullshit. You could try talking more to him about it, or you could refuse to pay the fee. I thought you were joking. Or you could rent from an actual company and incur costs but avoid this weird power play. OP replied, he's not one to joke, so I have no doubt he really is being serious. I would be interested to know why he wants me to pay. I'm not sure what he really gains unless he thinks this will discourage me from borrowing his property. If that's the case, just be upfront with it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like, I think I wouldn't ask this of you, but when we were at that phase and stuff and you were borrowing my car, like the expectation would be, okay, top it up with gas.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe. Like, honestly, if it was like full tank, you brought it back at 3/4, like, I could care less.
Yeah, you're not going to be like,
It could be at 1/4. I honestly couldn't care.
Yeah.
Like, I have a thing where, like, if I have to like borrow my sister's car or my dad's car, I like to fill their car up with gas, and I hope that they didn't fill my car up with gas because
Yeah.
I'm the one who has to borrow. Whatever. As long as you don't bring it on with like empty, where I'm like, as soon as I get in there, I gotta hit the gas station.
Yeah.
That's nice enough. And I would think that hypothetically, if you were pulling out of a driveway and you accidentally clip the rear right bumper of the car off like a fence post or something, you would pay to repair the damage that you caused from the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I would think. Like, if you break it while you're borrowing it, you would replace it.
Yep.
There doesn't need to be a charge. It's a real quick way to lose a friendship or relationship.
Yep.
I love this other comment that OP says here. And she says, if we do go out, we usually have to plan it around his sports team's schedule. He also refuses to do anything that he thinks is, quote, a waste of money. No vacation, movie dates, bowling, etc.
I hate him.
Girl,
I hate him.
Girl, why? Why are you still in this relationship?
You're dating the Scrooge.
Imagine if I didn't want to go on vacation.
Just a grumpy old man. No. Who doesn't want to go on vacation?
Right?
What sort of sick
That's a
weirdo?
waste. That's a waste of money. I'm going to go buy some stocks.
That is literally what I have my job for. What else is
What else are we here for?
What else are we here for?
Why else are we here? What else is the point?
Literally, oh my God.
That's the whole point. Movie dates? We didn't go on movie dates? We wouldn't even be here. That was a whole first date.
Yeah.
Bowling? Who doesn't want to go bowling?
We loved that.
Doesn't matter if you're good or bad at bowling. I feel like bowling is like, I'm down to go bowling almost any time unless I just went bowling. If I haven't been bowling in a while, I'm absolutely down.
Yes.
The only way I don't want to go bowling is if I went bowling last weekend.
Yeah, agreed.
But even then, if it's new people, I'm probably still down.
He sucks and I hate him.
He sounds like a terrible person. Well, let's hit this update.
No, but actually, like, why are you with him?
That's what I'm wondering now.
All right. Update comes 2 weeks later. Hey, everyone. I know a lot of you have been wanting an update. I meant to post one a few days ago, but things have been really busy lately. I didn't want to ruin my Thanksgiving holiday thinking about the car situation, so I decided to wait until I got back to discuss it with my boyfriend. I was really hoping that this was all just a misunderstanding, but unfortunately it was not.
Wait, sorry. I just thought of something important too before you continue on. It's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Why is he flying and leaving you? And why are you guys not going to your family's Thanksgivings together?
Well, they're only together for a year.
Okay.
So
You're like,
his family's in California.
all right.
I feel like that's kind of fair.
Or is it a sign that he doesn't think that much of
It could
your
go either
relationship
way.
if he's not taking you to California with him?
It could go either way. Like maybe it was her choice too.
No, I refuse to believe that. I'm putting it on him. That's where my head's at.
Okay.
My pitchfork is out.
Yes.
I need that, like, from a Halloween costume, like the
little
Satan's
devil
trident
yeah,
thing
yeah.
as a pitchfork. I need one of those that I can just
Yes.
like pull out from behind the couch,
I love
my
that.
beanbag chair, and
Yeah. That'd be great. All right. Halloween is coming up, eh?
fuck me, I shouldn't have said it.
When I brought up the rental payment, my boyfriend said he thought it was only fair that I compensate him for the use of his car. He asked me if I had a problem with that, and I told him that I did. I mentioned what some of you said about how I could have rented a car for less if I had known he was going to charge me. I also told him how I felt that he had taken advantage of me by only mentioning the fee after I had taken his car. That wasn't clear in the first part.
Right?
It was after she took
she's
the
driving
car?
there, and he's like, "Hey, don't forget it's $50 a day."
E-transfer me.
Yeah,
No.
Venmo.
Oh my God. Okay.
Not gonna lie, like maybe you're not gonna break up with the person, maybe not, because you
should though.
but she's already putting up with so much stuff, so maybe she doesn't. But like, how could you not go tit for tat? Anytime he would touch anything,
Yeah.
you fucking brush your teeth with my toothpaste, that's 50 cents. Like, I'm gonna write down a list and be like, this is what you owe me because I've been watching all the stuff you've been using of mine.
You took a banana?
Yeah.
Out of my banana bunch?
Exactly.
75 cents, but
I bought those bananas.
put it in the jar. Pay up.
That's right.
One thing that one of you mentioned was that maybe someone had suggested it to him. I asked him about that, and he said that no one had said anything. He just figured that it would only be fair for me to pay for the use of his car. I did at least get him to see that the price he charged me was too high, but he didn't think he was wrong about the fee. We ended up having a larger conversation about how tight he is with money and some other things I mentioned in my first post. I didn't intend to break up with him, but after he still insisted on the rental payment, I just realized that he was not someone I wanted to be with. I did end up paying him, but it was only $100 instead of $250. So that's the update. He has apologized and asked me to take him back, but I don't think I'm interested anymore. Thanks for your help, everyone. Goodbye.
Gave her the ick.
Yeah. Guess what? He'll never do this again.
I mean, if you're going to break up with him, why even pay him? Okay.
To end amicably, I guess. I don't know.
Like, even if you are strapped for cash, because he's either frugal or he's dead ass broke.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing anything with his money. So he's either like super frugal or he's dead ass broke. Even if, and you're borrowing the car, like, fill up the tank of gas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey, my oil change is going to come up sooner, and my brake pads are going to need to change sooner, and my tires are going to need to be changed sooner. So therefore, I need a little bit of wear and tear money because now I'm going to get that occurred on me like 500 kilometers or miles sooner.
Yeah.
Like, please.
I know.
Fill it up with gas.
Yeah, I know. And it sounds like she only had it for 5 days, so.
What an ick.
This would definitely ick me out. Yeah, hate that. I'm glad she stood her ground and she realized, like, even after she, like, confronted him and everything, and he was like, okay, I can bring the price down to $100, and she's like, still no, bro, like, this is done.
Yeah, and then OP says, as a final comment, nothing to a point, I am perfectly able to and always have split everything with him. But even if I pay my way, he would still refuse to do almost anything that costed money. I don't need to always go out and do things, but even 3 to 4 times a month was too much. We're not even talking about a nice restaurant or an expensive trip. We're talking can't go to Chili's or go bowling because it's too expensive.
How old is he? He's 26.
Figure your shit out, man. If you can't
Guys,
go bowling,
like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. You're never going to have a relationship. You're never going to have a life.
I'm sorry, but this is not a high school relationship where you're working a weekend job and you can only afford a date a month. You know what I mean? Like,
I have a question here for you. Mm-hmm. You put this in this category of who raised you.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we talking about in this situation? The terrible, frugal, or broke boyfriend?
Who do you think?
Or OP, who dealt with this for a year, who put up with this.
No, not her. The more obvious
atrocious boyfriend for a year.
The more obvious one.
All right. That's fair.
Okay. Back to
me. Am I the asshole for congratulating my now ex-boyfriend and my coworker on their pregnancy? Side note, my ex, our coworker, we're all supervisors at the same company. His sister reports to our coworker. They're all on the first shift. I am on the second shift. I hope that will make sense soon.
Me too.
I, 28, Asian female, found out that my boyfriend, 31, Hispanic male, of 3 years, cheated on me with one of our coworkers and his sister had a part in it. Last week on Friday, I was at work at my desk when my very nosy lead came up to me whispering and asking if I was okay. I was confused. She then pulled out her phone and asked if I had broken up with my now ex-boyfriend because she screenshotted an Instagram post that was made over the weekend by one of my coworkers, the person he cheated with. I do not have social media, so I told my nosy lead to show it to me, and there it was, a picture of my coworker kissing my now ex-boyfriend for the world to see. On Saturday, I told him we needed to talk, so I went over to his house. On my way there, the same nosy lead sent me a screenshot of a post that was made by my coworker saying she was about 2 months pregnant. I called and asked him to explain himself while I was nearing his house, and he just stayed quiet. He refused to come out or see me when I arrived at the house, so we basically talked through the phone for the time that I was there. After I sent him the pictures of the screenshot, not telling him who sent it to me, he finally said things happened and he got close to our coworker after his sister started inviting her to the house, then confessed that he had started dating her 2 months ago, the day before his mom's 50th birthday, which he invited her to, but told his sister to tell me that she was the one that invited the coworker. He also told her to dress in gold, his favorite color, when the theme was hot pink, to which everyone was wearing but her.
What?
On the day of his mom's birthday, he spent the whole night drinking, talking, and dancing with his sister and our coworker because they didn't want her to feel left out, while I was with the rest of his family. His cousin invited me to dance since my ex was dancing with our coworker when suddenly my ex pulled me to the side and was upset that I was dancing with his cousin.
Okay.
I told him I should be the one that was
Stop.
upset with how he has been acting all night, but just didn't want to make a scene out of respect to his mom. I ended up saying bye to his mom and said I wasn't feeling too well, so I left. That was when the cheaters decided that they would go upstairs and make a baby on the night of his mom's 50th birthday while everyone was celebrating downstairs. The disrespect. Mind you, he told me this all over the phone. After some time, his sister came down and said that he had asked me to go back home for the day. I yelled at her for helping her brother lie to me for the past 2 months. Her answer to me was that she didn't feel like I was good enough for her brother because I didn't speak Spanish. Yes, Spanish.
Stop.
And she liked my coworker better because she was Hispanic and wanted her to date her brother, my now ex-boyfriend, so she set them up. After everything that I've done for them and her kids, helping her daughter get through speech therapy, watching her kids while she goes out to party, and helping their mom run errands, all this wasn't good enough because I needed to speak Spanish too. His mom came out to ask what was going on. I told her I came to say goodbye and that her son was a dog and a POS, and he could do the explaining to her, but I was done. She cried, telling me not to go, and that whatever he did to hurt me, he would get back, so for me to stay. That sentence doesn't make sense, but I'm guessing the mom was begging. The moms, they're always like, oh, my son didn't really mean it. He'll do better in the future. I told her he will get what he deserves, but I was done with her son. I remained professional, as best as I can, all week when the shifts overlapped at work. Even congratulated them on their pregnancy in front of everyone. He called me, to which I picked up and asked. He wanted to know where he stands in our relationship so that he can make a decision, and if I cannot make a scene or make things awkward at work for them. I responded, there is no place for him to stand when there is no relationship, and his decision was already made when he decided he wanted to sleep with another woman and impregnate her. I didn't make things awkward. What they did affected them, not me. This week, his sister ended up quitting after she got into an argument with another supervisor. Then Friday came back around today and I received some more good news. The company ended up firing him because of a DUI, which he now has 2 DUIs.
I fucking love karma. I love karma. Karma is my boyfriend. Okay. First point. Where do I even start? These cheaters are getting freaking bold.
Right?
What do you mean you're inviting your side piece to your mom's 50th birthday while I'm there?
The audacity.
I beg your finest pardon.
I thought
Shock.
I thought you were supposed to try and keep it on the DL.
Shock.
That's not the DL. It's like, I'm dancing all night. Nobody will notice.
That's actually how I imagine he talks.
Right?
Like Goofy.
Right?
Oh, you must be dumb as fucking rocks if you think. Oh, I actually can't. I can't with this story. This one.
The audacity.
And then the sister.
That's just rude.
No, it's not even rude. It's comical at the stupidity of her reasoning.
I just want my sister-in-law to speak Spanish. I fucking wish I knew some Spanish so I could say something in Spanish right now.
I just can't, like, I cannot wrap my head around this, actually.
Right.
That whole family has issues. And actually, who raised them, because they are both two peas in a fucking pod.
Someone comments and says, sounds like the only good person in that crappy family is his mom. But it sounds like she came out of the house being like, whatever my son did, he'll fix it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I got the side eye.
Just because the mom is begging for OP to not leave, that doesn't make her a good person. That makes her actually very selfish for her wanting what's best for her son and not what's best for someone else who
got fucked over.
Got fucked over. Yeah, exactly.
Like if I was a parent, my kid was a dirty little fucking cheater. Fuck you, kid that doesn't exist. I'd be like, you reap what you sow, you little bitch. This is what you get. You fuck around, you find out. You're finding out right now. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's
Did you say that to their face?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Top comment though. Not the asshole. I would have gone nuclear. You handled this in such a tame, contained way. Definitely not the asshole. Seriously though, OP, fuck this dude and his sister. I know you're hurting now, but they seem shady and self-absorbed. That I believe you dodged a bullet there.
100%. Oh my God. This was nuts.
I always find it entertaining when you have the audacity to cheat while you're in a relationship. But then, no, you're not the audacity. You're so stupid enough to cheat and think you can get away with it that you're also stupid enough to get them pregnant.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the pregnancy. Like the pregnancy is not even like the shocking part of the story. It's their reactions.
Yeah.
Brother and sister. Like,
so there's an update. Since my ex-boyfriend has been fired, my phone has been ringing nonstop with constant messages going off. I ended up blocking his number. At work, my coworker has reported me to HR for harassment. My manager, who has been on PTO for the last 2 weeks, talked to me about it throughout the past week and asked what happened. I told my manager I haven't done or said anything to my coworker except for congratulations on her pregnancy and hello as a fellow coworker would. I told HR where the proof was that I was talking about her or making her uncomfortable, and that they can go ask associates and other management members if I had said anything about her. Also, for them to go ask her to explain to them exactly why she felt I was harassing her, on what grounds. Apparently, associates and management have been talking about her pregnancy and how my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and is the baby daddy. She is saying that I told everyone about it. Pathetic. She needs to realize that the only reason everybody knows is because she purposely posted on Instagram for the world to see about her and my ex-boyfriend scandalous relationship and also announcing her pregnancy. It has been confirmed by HR after asking management and associates that I have not said anything to my coworker but that day when everyone was congratulating her on her pregnancy. Also, that I didn't say anything to anyone about my cheating ex-boyfriend and coworker, but that everyone found out through her post on Instagram. They said that they would talk to her and handle the situation, but for the time being, I was to keep a distance, which was fine by me. I'm not sure how they will take care of the situation, but I'll wait to see what happens. Now, over the weekend, I went over to their house to get my stuff after confirming with his mom that he was not home. She agreed to help pack my stuff for me as well so I can just go in and out. She had the garage open and was finishing up packing stuff, so I went to help her finish. As we were finishing, he pulled up on the driveway, so I grabbed the last of what I could and told his mom I was leaving. I rushed to my car, but he stopped me and said he wanted to talk. There was nothing to talk about. His mom told him to let me leave. She walks over to pull him to the side, but he brushes her off. He wouldn't let me leave until we talked. He kept saying to listen to him. He needed to talk to me. At this point, I was just over it. I responded, quote, "What is there to talk about? The day I came over here and asked you to explain to me what happened, you couldn't even come outside and tell me. Not even for a second did I see your face. I gave you a chance to come out and explain yourself, but you threw that chance away. You only spoke with me over the phone and not once did you even apologize for having cheated on me. You couldn't even come out to face me, so you sent your sister to tell me to leave, and that already explains what you are not. You're not a man. You can't even own up to your wrongdoing. Now that you want to talk, I don't have to listen since there is nothing between the two of us. I pushed past him and placed the box in my trunk and went to get in the driver's seat. He was still insisting that I talk to him. He then said he was sorry. He didn't know what he was thinking. It was all a mistake and that he still loves me and that he wouldn't be with her if she wasn't pregnant. His mom told him, cheating is not a mistake. You did it because you wanted to do it. Your love was not sincere. You wanted someone else. You did the act, so now you suffer the consequences. And I told him, even if she wasn't pregnant, you still cheated. For that alone, I will still leave.
Mm-hmm.
She pulled him away and waved me off as I left. Since I have his number blocked, he was using his mom's phone to call me. But I hung up once I heard it was him. She then sent a text message to block her number. Honestly, I feel horrible that his mom had to witness this. She was such a lovely person. She cared for me as if I was her daughter. I really do wish the best for her and her grandkids, but may my ex-boyfriend, his sister, and my coworker get all the karma they deserve. Well, I feel bad about what I said about his mom.
I know, me too. That comment was onto something because
my bad.
How do they know?
I forgot about this update when I said that. I said those terrible things. And I am sorry. Karma's gonna come for me.
No, but karma will come for them. And
I feel like karma already did come to him.
Yeah, it did.
You fucked around and then you really found out. Now, welcome to be a dad.
Yeah.
All right. Back to you.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to talk to my parents and brother after they defended sister-in-law leaving a soiled diaper and shit on my bed and taking stuff out of my mini fridge? Me, 19 female, and my sister-in-law, 31 female, do not get along. I met her 3 years ago for the first time after my brother, 31 male, introduced us to her. He said she was just nervous, but she was fine with the rest of our family. It was just me she was being hostile to. And I was excited to meet her because I love my brother and we were so close. But the first impression never got better, and we'd fight whenever we were around each other. She was extremely vocal about my decision to not attend college and go a different path and was incredibly negative about it, but then was like, it was no surprise with it being me, and she bet I decided this because no college wanted me. I told her they clearly wanted people with issues since she went to college.
Nice clap back.
When her and my brother got married, she told him that if I was his best person, I needed to wear a suit like the rest of his groomsmen and not the dress I had already paid for. Then at the wedding, she talked about how I looked like a guy wearing a suit like the other men. In return, I only congratulated my brother and ignored her. Even when she was talking to me later, I ignored her. I told my brother after the wedding I loved him, but would not be around her as much because clearly we could not get along. So I avoided her and skipped stuff when she'd be around. Only that wasn't fully possible 7 weeks ago when her and my brother were visiting with my baby nephew. But I did stay mostly in my room when I finished work. And I didn't eat with the family, which my parents protested a lot. I stocked my mini fridge every few days, or I planned to, but 4 days into their vacation/visit, I basically went no contact with my whole family, which is the point of my post. I had a day off work. My parents and brother went out for the day. Sister-in-law was home with the baby. I didn't want to be in the house alone with her, so I went out to avoid any awkwardness or conflict. But when I got home, there was a shitty diaper on my bed that had leaked and shit stain on my bed covers. My mini fridge had been left open too, and food was missing from it. I went and confronted sister-in-law and threw the diaper at her. My parents came back as we were fighting, and they told me to calm down to stop making things worse. I asked them if they'd like to come home to find that and for her to not clean it up. They said it was a simple cleanup job and I didn't need to react like that. I asked them if I should pick it up and take it to their bed. They got mad, said I was over the top. Sister-in-law was laughing and making an excuse that she forgot to clean it up and it had only been a few hours. Then I mentioned the food and she said she got hungry and the baby was fussing. My parents said I can join for dinner. We were still fighting when my brother got home and he said it wasn't worth the fight and I should understand that sister-in-law's a newer mom and mom brain is a thing. Sister-in-law was loving it and she told them I had thrown the diaper right at her face. They asked me why I'd do something so disgusting and said I should apologize. That's when I told them all to fuck off and I said good luck cleaning up that shit because I was out. I cleaned myself up a little and grabbed all my important stuff and went to my grandparents who picked me up a few blocks away. I can't drive due to a medical condition. They were disgusted and expressed to my parents and brother how ashamed they were of them siding with my sister-in-law. That pissed sister-in-law off, and she told them to remember who gave them a great-grandchild. After about a week, my parents and brother reached out, but I refused to answer their calls. I ignored their texts where they asked if we could talk. I ignored them, suggesting we all sit down and hash it out and figure out a way to move on. I have had zero contact since. I refuse to talk to them, and my grandparents have expressed this, and they had to listen to my parents say I was behaving like a teenager, running away like this, and that I'll be 20 soon and need to talk to them before my birthday. Then one text was saying that my hate for sister-in-law will cost me a relationship with my nephew, as well as my brother, and I don't want that. Am I the asshole?
Gets a little tough at the end because, yeah, your hate for your sister-in-law does look like it's going to be costing you some relationships.
No.
But is she wrong?
Sister-in-law is costing her the lack of relationship with the nephew. Sister-in-law instigated this. This is not on OP in any way, shape, or form.
No, that is true. It's like, so wait, I have to, look, who are you talking to here? Like, I'm on OP's side.
I'm confused right now because
I'm gonna fucking cut. I'm gonna cut every motherfucker that, does this to me.
That is so disgusting.
I love how she said that she threw it at her. I wish we had more details. What was this throw like? Did it hit her in the chest?
I imagine it was rolled up and like no feces got on her.
I would have just like grabbed it enough that I didn't get shit on my hands and like loosened the Velcro strap a little bit. So that as soon as it like launched out of my hand, it like a
bomb,
like a net from the Predator movie. Like it just opens up, like it attaches onto you like it's an alien. Yeah, no, I mean, like, cause me, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck everybody's custom of your life, and then like, I don't know, like, like,
this is over the top. Like, this is a very clear cut decision for me because like. There's no.
I mean, it's so clear cut for me.
This is very black and white. Like you intentionally put a poopy diaper on my bed and left it to be soiled.
And you went through my mini fridge. Mom brain, fuck off.
And she was laughing the whole time.
Like if there was like I got Chinese takeout or something and it was in the leftover takeaway container in the main fridge and there was no name on it being like, hey, this is mine. Okay, I got hungry and I ate it. I know it wasn't my leftovers, but what? Maybe at the most that's forgivable, but I'm still like, you went into my room, like, how many rooms do you think are in this house?
5.
Like how many people live there? Her parents, her. So maybe it's a 2-bedroom house. Like maybe it's a 2-bedroom house. Most likely not. But like, why are you going in her room to change your diaper?
Yep.
No, 100%. You did that on purpose.
Yes.
And I feel like it's because she's 19 and she's really worked up and she's really angry.
Yeah.
And you have a hard time when you're in that position, when you're on the defense, everybody's attacking you.
Yeah.
You have a hard time of articulating like how your feelings are and the logic behind it.
Yeah.
And you don't ask the right questions. You don't say the right things to make the dumbass people think the right way.
Exactly.
You're not like, well, like, why did you go into my room? What was the need to go into my room in the first place? How did you know I had anything in my fridge if you weren't snooping that like you would have liked?
Mm-hmm.
Why was the dirty diaper left in there? Why was it even changed in there in the first place?
Yeah.
Why didn't you change them over here? Why didn't you change them over there? Why did you bring your whole bag into there and do it and then forget? And then it's also leaking. So, wouldn't it be fair that you go clean up the mess because you made it?
Exactly. Those are all great questions.
Unwilling? So it's like your anger rages you sometimes and it stops you from saying the right things. Because you know how like some people fucking magicians with words. Like they just know how to say the right thing.
Not us.
Like get the
words are hard.
Words are hard. They know how to get people worked up. They know how to get their point across. They know how to like manipulate that situation. And I feel like that comes with maturity where like at 19, you're missing a lot of that finesse
Yes.
with your words. You're just kind of raging in anger.
Yeah,
And you're
you
like,
see red.
how don't you guys see it? Where it's
Yes.
like, you gotta drill down. And when sister-in-law comes up with like the reasoning, you gotta be like, why did you do this? And then she says something, and you gotta come at it from a different angle. Well, okay, if that was the case, then why didn't you do this? And if that was the case, why didn't this happen? How do we get to you invading my personal privacy in my room and stealing my food?
Yeah.
And leaving a shit on my bed sheets?
I think these are all still valid questions even after the fact. Like, even after, now that she's at her grandparents' house, I think, and her parents are like calling and texting, oh, come home, whatever.
Yeah.
I think you can still ask these questions.
Well, and it says the parents want to hash it out. They want to sit down and talk about it. Well, for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm all down with like cutting people out of your life, but why don't you have that sit down? Like, you're not even trying to
OP?
like, yeah, right? That's
I
what it said,
wouldn't.
right? I
Yeah,
ignored them suggesting we all sit down and hash it out and
Yeah,
figure
I
it away.
wouldn't want to.
Why not? Like, that's your opportunity to like
Throw it
bring
back
it
on
up,
her.
throw it back up again,
I
dig
think
down into
the
it. And
thing
it's
is, they're blindly trusting sister-in-law, and they're not trusting their own daughter.
But-
and I don't think that there's any world where they will, like, even if she had all the facts laid out, proof and everything, I just don't think that they would believe her or take her side. I think they've proven that enough.
well, it sounds to me like she has one more opportunity for that narrative to either be or not be.
I feel like
The
OP
parents-
is done.
But the parents are willing to sit down and hash it out, and that's where you come in. You write down your questions. You know you're gonna drill down on it, and you say, "Hey, this is why I feel this way because of X, Y, and Z." And if you can't make progress at that sit down, that's when you go scorched earth.
I mean,
You gotta be
that's-
willing to have that final sit down moment.
Like, maybe, but we also don't know. It sounds like OP and sister-in-law have been going at it for years.
For sure, but
This
this
isn't
isn't
the first scenario.
Nah, but
this is probably the straw that broke the camel's back, and this is the final straw for OP, and she's not giving her parents another chance because, like, they've probably been taking sister-in-law's side over and over and over again. This can't be the first time.
Well, then, yeah, I was gonna say, but like the sit down's not for you to hash it out with sister-in-law. The sit down is for you to hash it out with your parents and your brother.
Yes, and my point still stands.
Man, yeah,
They're probably always on sister-in-law's side and never on OP's.
Could be right.
She's just fed up.
Could be right. Man, it's amazing how many problems we solve with a simple door lock.
Top comment. Your sister-in-law is an asshole. She did that on purpose. If you agree to sit down with them, ask her why she hates you. Why is she so insecure? Why does she feel the need to grind you down? Does she get a perverse kick out of upsetting you? I know you're thinking about your relationship to your brother and nephew, but if your brother isn't standing up for you now, it's pretty clear she's going to poison the two of them against you.
Hasn't she already?
Yeah, I feel like it's far gone now. OP replies to this. I feel like she already has. We used to be close, and until recently, I would have said we would be even if she hated me. But he defended her, and so did our parents. And then they only get annoyed at what I did when there's a reason I had the soiled diaper in the first place. It's made me feel different about all of them. I would agree with that because you look at someone a different way when they cannot see facts for facts.
Yeah. I do think she would have had like more to gain if she didn't throw the diaper at sister-in-law. Like if she left the diaper where it was, maybe, like, I feel like they're so stuck up on her throwing the diaper at sister-in-law that's why it's getting blown out of proportion to her negative.
Blow up. Huh?
Where maybe it would have went a little bit better towards OP if...
Yeah, but I don't blame her for that.
Neither do I. I think it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I think maybe she shouldn't have done that if she wanted to gain... not respect, but maybe have her family side with her more. I feel like they are more focused on her throwing a dirty diaper at sister-in-law versus her room being trash. It's kind of like it made what happened to her like a little side note. Because now all the intentions on you threw a live bomb, dirty bomb, poopy bomb at her. And that's where all the focus is. I did find it interesting that did you know she's 19, brother-in-law's 31.
yeah.
12-year age gap, and
Mhm.
he asked her to be his best man. So that means that they're actually pretty close for being 12 years apart,
Yep.
which is very surprising.
You know, people have debunked your theory.
What are you talking about? Nobody has debunked my theory.
Yes, there have been comments.
I have not seen a single comment debunking my stuff, or I do not recognize.
People have said that they are close with their siblings, even though they're eons apart.
Okay, so there's some exceptions, but I would think siblings being so far apart statistically makes it more likely that they are not as close. And I don't think you can debunk that unless you're going to go fucking survey.
But I don't think you can also say that unless you're going to go survey. Like, you're literally making up shit out of your ass.
Listen, I've been doing that for 90 episodes so far. It's been working all right.
Has it?
I mean, that's a fair point that I will never actually admit to, and I'm just going to
just did.
No, I'm going to edit that part out. Don't worry. I'm going to edit it, and it's going to make me sound awesome. It's going to make you sound like you're agreeing with me.
I'll edit this episode. I volunteer.
Can I just get you to say, okay?
No.
And I can edit that in
Denver's
nicely.
wrong. Denver's always wrong.
Denver's right. Denver's right. That's Teresa's voice.
Okay, back to you.
All right, this one's coming from Nuclear Revenge.
Ooh.
A friend set up my dad, and he was nearly beaten to death. My grandfather got revenge on everyone involved.
Okay.
This isn't my story, but it comes from my dad and other family members who witnessed it. Background. This all went down in the late 1970s when my dad was 17. The area he grew up in was the UK and was a stereotypical working class town. The part of town my family lived in was run down, full of poor families, and had its fair share of crime. But it was close-knit and everyone knew each other. This will be important later. Now, my dad wasn't the most well-behaved kid, and he had hated being at school. But aside from a speeding ticket, he had never been in trouble with the police. He was, and still is, a really talented musician and had a very active social life. For his 17th birthday, one of his, quote, friends had bought him a leather jacket with a very specific logo on it. We'll call this friend Dave for future reference. According to my dad, it was a rare and quite expensive motorcycle jacket. He was extremely happy that Dave had got it for him. Dave had bought himself the same jacket a while before, and it was a big surprise. My grandmother apparently joked that with the jackets on, they looked like twins, and she wasn't far wrong. They had similar features, black hair, and were both well known for being kitted out in motorcycle gear. A few days after my dad's birthday, he was leaving work as a bartender in the town center at around 10 p.m. As he was getting close to where his bike was parked, a gang of 5 men approached him from behind. The last thing my dad remembers was being smacked over the head and passing out as he hit the floor. These men beat up my dad with bike chains and crowbars, literally to within an inch of his life. Luckily, 2 bouncers from a nearby pub had heard the commotion and rushed to help. The men ran off. The bouncers called the cops, and my dad was taken to the hospital. It turned out that Dave had quite a substantial gambling habit and owed a large amount of money to people who you really didn't want to owe money to. They had threatened Dave and told him that they would be looking for him to teach him a lesson. So Dave decided to set up my dad to take the beating instead of himself.
That's fucked.
Or at least lessen his chances of taking it. He had bought my dad the same jacket because these guys knew that was what he wore when he rode. He then arranged for a guy he knew to find out when my dad left work and called up the loan sharks to let them know where, quote, Dave was. What a scumbag.
For real.
The revenge. My grandfather and my grandmother were obviously distraught about this whole thing. The first thought on my grandfather's mind was if my dad would survive. When that was answered, his second thought was how best to get revenge. Bit of background on my grandfather. He was a lifelong boxer and a career military man. He enlisted at the back end of World War II at 17, stayed in the forces through Korea, and then served in Malaya and Burma as a scout and sniper during the mid to late 1950s. He only reluctantly retired when my dad was little and worked as an engineer after his discharge. This guy was a certified badass even into his 50s, and although he wasn't the best husband or father at times, he could never stand by and watch his family get hurt. The first move my grandfather made was to call up every ex-service buddy, bouncer, pub, landlord, etc. that he knew, and even a few less than legit characters he knew from the pubs. In my town, word traveled fast, and my grandfather was very well liked and had a bit of a reputation, so it wasn't long before he had the names and addresses of the 5 men who attacked my dad. Apparently, these guys had been bragging about beating up a defenseless man from behind. These guys were career criminals with violent reputations, but my grandfather really didn't give a shit who or what they were. My grandfather then called up a few of the most dangerous, hardened guys he knew from the service. He explained to them what happened, and they were all happy to help. One night, the group kicked in the doors of each thug and beat them to a pulp, all 5 of them. They knew that if they hit one, the others would hear about it and run, so they hit up all 5 of them in one night. My grandfather knew that no one would call the police in the area that they lived in. Talking to the cops was a big no-no in that area back then, so there was little chance of being caught. All 5 guys ended up bloody with broken bones, shattered teeth, and the requirement to be fed from a tube by the end of the night.
Holy.
One of them had to be put into a medically induced coma. Of course, the police interviewed all of them at the hospital when they sufficiently recovered, but none of them talked. Both out of fear of my grandfather and fear that they would be labeled as rats. Nothing came of it. But my grandfather wasn't done there. My grandfather used his connections in the clubs and bars to start spreading rumors about why they had been beaten up. Soon it had gotten around that these 5 guys had fucked up and had beaten up the wrong person. Not only that, but they had bragged about it and lied to whoever they worked for about it. Not only were they physically broken, but my grandfather ruined their credibility, so that once they got out, no one, criminal or otherwise, wanted to be associated with them. Once this was all done, my grandfather turned his attention to Dave. He had specifically left Dave for last, knowing that he would shit himself, knowing that my grandfather knew what he had done. My grandfather, however, was more subtle in dealing with Dave, as he thought that a simple beating would be too good for him. He waited and asked around, and it turned out that Dave was not only a compulsive gambler, but had recently turned into a heavy drug addict as well. My grandfather found out who he was buying his drugs from, when he would usually buy, and where. He had a buddy of his follow Dave when he went to buy his stuff, follow him to where he was living, and let my grandfather know. My grandfather then called in an anonymous tip that there was a huge drug deal going on at the address, and he thought he heard gunshots. He got 2 of his buddies to do the same. The police investigated, searched the house, and caught Dave red-handed with a boatload of drugs in his home, as well as counterfeit bills and a ton of other illegal stuff. Dave was charged, denied bail, and ended up pleading guilty to all the charges laid against him. My dad could never remember his exact sentence, but it was definitely heavy. At least 15 years. To add to that, Dave owed a lot of money to a lot of people, and let's just say his time in prison was made much worse by this fact. My dad never spoke to him again. His parents disowned him, his girlfriend dumped him, he struggled to get a job with his record, and when he got out, he had to move miles away as no one he knew wanted anything to do with him. My dad eventually recovered from his injuries, although you can still see various scars on his body from the beating he took. My grandfather never told anyone what he had done until my dad asked him about it when he had gotten really ill in the early 1990s. Dave's life was ruined, and out of the 5 who attacked my dad, 3 ended up in prison later in life, and 2 ended up dead due to crime. My grandfather passed away in the late 1990s, and although my dad and him had their issues, it could never be said that he didn't look out for him when he needed it.
Damn. Oh my God. That is crazy. Fuck Dave, man.
Who the fuck raised Dave?
That's nuts. You must have, like, no kind bone in your body. Like, you must actually be a true sociopath.
Like,
to
no
do
remorse?
This. No remorse. How do you sleep at night?
Right? Like, listen, man, it's one thing of, like, you know, you're in school and they're like, who farted in the classroom? You point to somebody else. You know, who did that? Who drew that? Oh, he did it. This is another level.
This is a whole, like, this is life and death.
Yeah.
Almost death.
Intense.
Wow. Love that the grandfather got everybody back.
Yeah.
They all deserve what they got and some.
100%.
Wow. That is
It's
crazy.
like a movie.
Yeah, it was like playing in my head like a movie.
Back to you.
All right. Am I the asshole for, quote, letting my girlfriend stop coming over in the mornings after my mom's friend complained about her showering? My girlfriend works 12-hour overnight shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. After work, she sometimes comes to my place to shower and sleep. She usually arrives around 8:15, takes a quick shower by 8:30, then crashes for the day. Here's where the issue comes in. My mom's long-term friend, who rents the basement, complained that the sound of the shower at 8:30 a.m. woke him up. My mom passed that complaint along to me and asked if my girlfriend could avoid showering until everyone is awake. I told my girlfriend and she felt uncomfortable continuing to come over, understandably, in my opinion. After working all night, the last thing she wants is to feel like she's disturbing people just by taking a basic shower before bed. So she decided not to come over in the morning anymore. She didn't cause drama or make a scene, just quietly adjusted. I later told my mom what my girlfriend decided, and she got upset not because of the shower, but because my girlfriend chose to stop coming over in the mornings. My mom insists that that wasn't her intention, but from our perspective, asking someone to not shower after a night shift pretty clearly sends a message that their presence is disruptive. For context, I also pay rent in this house. My mom's friend has lived here for years and pays rent too. We all share the space. It's not like my girlfriend was being loud or unreasonable, just taking a 5 to 10 minute shower in the morning, which seemed pretty standard. Now my mom's upset with me, but I feel like I handled it fairly. I passed the message along, my girlfriend made a calm and mature decision, and now somehow I'm caught in the middle. Am I the asshole for not pushing back harder on the complaint, or for letting my girlfriend decide to stop coming over in the mornings?
Huh? Is this the same as like expecting banana bread, but they made it with pears?
Literally, what are you talking about?
Nah, I just messing
Literally,
with you.
what are you talking about, bro?
Messing with you with that one. No, I just messing with you with that one.
Sometimes you make me feel like I'm literally having a stroke. Like, I don't understand.
Your words do not make sense. Like, okay, at first I was like, okay, 8:30 is not that early.
It's not.
Like
It is
8,
not.
like if it was 6 to 7, maybe the downstairs person could drop a complaint. But then also, like, what if the downstairs person like also works like a different shift where, you know, they're up till 3 a.m. and then like they're sleeping through 8 and it's waking them up every night. You know what I mean? So I'm not like, is the downstairs person like the worst asshole ever if he's just like, hey, is it possible to avoid this? Like, I don't know. Like,
No.
you think the downstairs person has no right to say anything? Like, I don't know.
No, I don't. No, I don't. You are renting from someone else. You live in a basement. And I'm sorry if I want to take a shower at 8:30 a.m. Like, that is
that's fair. Like, honestly, like, yeah, if you want to take a shower at 3:30 a.m.
like, I'm sorry. I have rights to whatever the hell I want to do. And you have to either take it or leave it. Like, I'm so sorry, but that is not happening. You do not get to dictate when I take a shower.
Yeah. No, I agree with that now. Yeah, I'm on your side. You
Thank
swayed
you.
me.
Thank you.
You convinced me. I think the mom sucks here. Like, how is OP the asshole or anything? And the girlfriend did the nice thing. If anything, if I was like him.
Girlfriend was raised right.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want confrontation either, and I would just stop showing up. Mom is upset at OP because she now feels guilty and she looks bad.
Bro, I wouldn't have even told my girlfriend. I would have just told my mom, fuck off, I pay rent. But like, no, but like,
yeah,
I say,
I don't know, like,
I say that where it's kind of funny, but no, that would be reality because I came really close to having to pay rent to my mom.
Yeah.
And I moved out instead and paid rent to somebody else
Yeah.
because I wanted to be able to say, if I'm paying rent, I don't get any rules.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying rent and my mom comes to me and being like, hey, can you whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even.
You are my landlord.
I'm not even going to tell my girlfriend that because she works 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and she wants to shower before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, would you like to work all day and then not shower before you go to bed?
Yeah. I think
I used to do that,
parents if parents want to charge their kids rent, then they need to be treated as a landlord and tenant situation and not ask for favors.
Yeah, you don't get favors when you pay rent.
Exactly.
Nope,
Exactly.
no
This
favors.
is not like, if we're talking business now, no, you don't get to ask me to be polite to the downstairs tenant. I don't give a shit about the downstairs tenant because that's
Nobody
just
gives
my
a shit about the
yeah.
downstairs tenant.
No, exactly. Like that
Put
person
insulation
is
in.
nothing to me. Like this
should-
is a business transaction
Yeah.
strictly.
Take my rent, and hire somebody to put more insulation in between the shower and his floor.
Exactly.
Soundproof it.
So that sounds like a you problem.
That
Like,
does
you
sound
need
like
to
a
deal
you
with
problem.
that.
Yeah. Sounds like
Nothing to
something
do
you.
with me, sorry.
I personally wouldn't be telling my girlfriend, hey, fun fact, did you know that before I met you, I used to shower in the morning and not at night?
No, I didn't. I
Yeah.
feel like I used to do that too, like a while ago.
Like I would go through my work day, I would sleep, and then every morning I would shower. And then you made me realize, like, hey, isn't it better to shower before you go to bed so that your clean body hits your sheets?
Yeah, I could never, like anymore, I could never go to bed dirty.
I don't think I could anymore. Even though it messes up my hair. My hair looks better when I shower and then I gel my hair after I get out of the shower. My hair always looks better. But I shower at nighttime, I don't add gel to my hair, and then I go to bed and my hair is a wreck half the time the next day.
That's okay.
Because my hair needs...
It always looks good, honey.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. No, I don't understand morning showers.
That's how I always used to. I don't know. That's how I grew up. I think I know why. Because my hair, very sensitive. And when I was in high school, I needed my hair to look good.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to work every day, I needed my hair to look good. Now I don't give a fuck anymore. It never gets gel.
Yeah.
When I used to work in car sales, I would always add gel after I showered. And I would sleep with like a little bit of gel because I need my hair to flop just a little bit to the right. Because if it doesn't, you know those days that I wake up and I'm like a static ball? It's just all because I go to bed wet and then my hair rubs on the pillow. Yep. Static.
All right, top comment. 8:30 a.m. is not early to be showering. Most people have to be at work by 8 a.m. and would be showering at 6 or 7. Your mom should have shut down the complaint and not brought it up to you if she didn't want your girlfriend to act on it. Weird, but you are not the asshole.
I feel like there's 2 layers of security. There's 2 firewalls that got breached here. 1, his mom shouldn't have brought it up to him. And then 2, he shouldn't have told his girlfriend.
I don't know about the not telling your girlfriend.
All right.
OP sounds like he is 100% on his girlfriend's side here.
Okay,
I think he's like, if this happened to you and I think like we tell each other everything. I just feel like,
well, now that you say that, I agree. He should have mentioned it to his girlfriend, but said, hey, FYI, we don't like the downstairs neighbor anymore because he complained about you showering. So when you get here, I want you to run the shower 10 minutes before you get in. And I want you to stay in there soaking for an extra 20 minutes and just make it longer.
Yeah.
Do it earlier. Tell you what, I'm going to start the shower before you get here. So it runs for 10 minutes before you even arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so you're on board, we're being petty now.
Yeah.
Because I am not dealing with you not coming here. I like you coming here. You're my girlfriend. I like seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not changing up my routine.
Exactly.
This is what I want.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Over to me.
Back to you. Oh, the overall vote was everyone sucks here.
How?
I don't get it.
Explain to me.
I don't get it.
Riddle me that.
I don't subscribe to that theory.
I'm the same.
It's Denver's favorite line.
What?
It's your favorite line. You say that a lot.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that theory?
Yeah. I've noticed it when I've been editing the episodes.
I haven't noticed that. That's a subconscious thing coming through.
Interesting. I like it, so I'm going to steal it.
Cool.
All right.
Am I overreacting for refusing to apologize to a stranger who screamed at me for ruining his date? I, a 30 male, went to a popular restaurant last night, and while waiting for my table, I saw a man drop his wallet. I picked it up and tapped him on the shoulder to hand it back. His date looked at me weird, and he went completely red and said, "Dude, what the hell? I was about to kiss her." I said, "I was just giving your wallet back." And he started yelling that I ruined the moment and I should have waited. His date looked mortified. I told him to relax and I walked away. Later, I saw him complaining about me to the staff like I had done something terrible. My friend says I should have just said sorry to de-escalate, but I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. Am I overreacting for thinking this guy was a total jerk?
No. No, not at all. I feel like the friend is just saying you should have said sorry to de-escalate because that person is a people pleaser.
Right?
But it doesn't mean that you
Should have done that.
should have done that. Exactly. Like, that's actually the wrong approach.
Don't do that.
That is the doormat
Opposite.
approach.
Yeah,
like,
don't be a doormat.
Yeah. There's
We don't like doormats here.
no.
This is the No Doormat Podcast. I'm going to rename it.
Will I be kicked out? I'm a fucking doormat.
Not anymore. You're with me. We're team not a doormat. Can you imagine listening to a podcast that's not a doormat? Not a doormat podcast?
I feel like OP saved this girl from
Top comment. It's like a...
Oh my god, it's so long.
The top comment's long, and it's like a hypothetical conversation is what the person's typing out here.
Mm-hmm.
So the date, quotes. You would not believe it, BFF. You know that guy I was so excited to go on a date with? Well, he dropped his wallet, and a good Samaritan picked it up and tapped his shoulder to hand it back. He suddenly goes all unhinged, screaming, "What the hell? I was about to kiss her," and that he ruined the moment. BFF replies and says, "For real? Who snogs in the middle of a restaurant? That's for later." The date says, "I know, right? He even said that the guy should have waited. Like I want to kiss someone in a restaurant in the first place. But then to do it with some other dude standing right by the table, watching, waiting for him to be done." BFF replies and says, "Ew." Date replies and says, then to cap it off, he makes an official complaint to the staff. BFF says, "Oh, sure. I bet they just took his details so that they could put him on a do not serve under his name." The date replies and says, "Probably." BFF says, "What happened next?" Date says, "I called a Lyft and texted him on the way home not to contact me again. Blocked, deleted, the end. What a waste of a night."
And the guy is probably still blaming
the guy with the
OP.
wallet about why his relationship didn't work out.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
100% that's how it went.
Just oblivious.
All right. Back to me?
Back to you.
Am I the asshole for not carrying my partner's heavy equipment bag? The other day, my partner came over to my house, and just as he was about to leave, he asked me to pick up his heavy equipment for him. I looked at him and chuckled because I thought he was joking by requesting that of me. Except he wasn't joking. He had a straight face and looked serious. He asked me again to pick it up. I told him I'm not picking up that heavy bag when he could pick it up himself, and he stayed quiet, looked annoyed, standing there looking at his bag, waiting for me to grab it for him. I told him I'm not picking up the heavy bag when he could get it himself. Later on, as he was leaving, he looked bothered, and I asked him what was wrong. He said it was because I didn't pick up his bag for him. I told him I didn't want to. My own dad and brothers don't make me pick up heavy things for them, so I didn't understand why my own partner would ask me to do that, or expect that of me. Eventually, he got over it and acted like everything was normal. But to me, it was very strange of him to make me do that for him. I don't know, am I the asshole for not picking up his heavy bag as he requested?
I don't know. I need more details.
Okay.
I need more info. No, here's the info that I need.
Okay.
Was his hands full?
Let me read the edit.
Was his hands full and he's like, "Hey, can you, grab that and help me out?" Or did he say, "Hey, can you lift my heavy bag for me because I don't want to?" Because I'm just like, if I'm like loading up to go to my car and there's a heavy bag, I feel like you would be like, "Hey, I'll grab this bag." You will like, for some reason, like suffer and take the heaviest thing. Like we'll be in the grocery store and you'll like choose to take the heaviest thing. Like there's the one time where I thought I was taking the heaviest thing and you had mentally like been planning to take that. And in your head, you're like, he's going to take that, I'm going to take that. And then in my head, I was thinking the exact opposite. And I kind of like grabbed the heavy item out from your arms and didn't let you carry the heavy items. And you were like, "Don't take away my independence. I wanted to take that one." And I was just like, I'm sorry. Here's the heavy item. Like, and then like halfway through the walk home, you would be like, my arms, they hurt. And
I never complain. Don't say I complain. I never complain.
You say it with your eyes. I see you.
My limpness in my arm.
I see it bouncing off your knees as like you're trying to like carry it. So you're like, for some reason, you like to suffer and carry the heavy things. And I know for you, you would be like, if my hands are full, you'd be like, here, let me grab that or something. But I don't think it's so outrageous for me to be like, hey, can you grab that? I kind of think it would be a little bit of a turnoff for me if there was like an extra bag, you didn't know how heavy it was, and you were like, no, I know, I don't want to lift that. I don't want to help you at all. Like if you were like, you try and you're like, oh, it's too heavy for me. Okay, no worries. I'll make an extra trip. But I would think, yeah, if you weren't even willing to like try to help me to like, do stuff, and you're just like, nah, I don't lift things. I'm a supervisor. I'd be a little turned off by that. I don't know. So I think I need more info.
Okay. Edit. I left out some details regarding how heavy the bag was. It was full of work tools from his job. He was standing by the doorway of my room and asked me to reach for it and carry it. He was not carrying anything else. He was perfectly capable of carrying the bag. He is not injured. He's stronger than me, which is why I thought it was silly he would make me carry it for him. I would gladly help him with any task or request he needs of me. I just thought it was weird for him to make me carry his heavy work bag all the way to his car. I'm not sure why he was persistent on making me pick his bag up either. It was out of character of him to make me do that for him.
Okay, I got a little bit more info here, and I think I know. It's like that one from a couple episodes. It was a test. He just wants to know.
Like a test, yeah.
He just wants to know that she's willing to try. I think it's a little. I don't like it.
I hate it
because it's like, bro, your hands are empty.
I hate it.
Where the fuck is the chivalry or what?
Yeah,
what's the
chivalry?
Yeah, where's the chivalry?
Okay,
so, but like your hands are empty.
After I.
And I'd also like to know, like, what were the tools? Like, are these plumbing tools? Like, is this a pipe wrench? How heavy was it? Like, you keep calling it a heavy bag, but you didn't attempt to pick it up. So how do you know it's heavy? Also, I know his hands were heavy, but if I'm like at the door and you're at the back of the room and the bag's right beside you, and I know that it's not 100 pounds and it's like maybe 20 or whatever, I'm like, hey, can you grab that bag? And then I'll grab it off you when you get like near me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he wanted her to carry it to his car.
That's an odd request. I don't like the dynamic of it exactly, because in reality, like I could ask you to pick up something that's like slightly heavy and just kind of like go 10 feet with it. Like, oh, it's at your feet. Hey, can you pass that? I know it's heavy, but I've got believe in you. I know you got a little muscle. You can do it. Versus this is like it's like a test.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you being willing to do the heavy lifting sometimes. So was he wrong for putting it on her? Yes.
Okay, I'm going to read the final edit. To answer who was closest to the bag, he was.
What the fuck is going on? What?
The bag was on the floor by the entrance of my door. My partner was standing at the entrance of my door with the door wide open. I was sitting at the edge of my bed facing him. He was closer to the bag. I didn't have an issue carrying the bag for him if he needed help, if he were injured, or if he had his hands full. But he had neither of those things. Nor did he say why I should get it for him. Not that I need an explanation, but he wanted me to get up and grab the bag for him and haul it to his car while he carried nothing. I'm a woman, by the way.
I'm out. I don't like it, man. I like, where's the fucking line, man? Because there's a balance between like, hey, we're a team. Like, you should be like willing to help out and stuff. And then there's like, what are you doing, dude? Man up. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Like you're.
So as much as like feminism runs through my fucking veins,
I'm a strong, independent woman.
I feel like I was raised like I grew up like my parents were like they had very traditional roles. My dad was like the man and my mom was like the like traditional like wife.
Yeah,
I will say. So like my dad would always, I feel like he would never ask my mom to ever like pick up a heavy work bag.
Yeah.
Even if he would never even ask her for help, even if he needed it. Like, that would just never be a thing.
Like, how heavy is it? Like, how? No, but like realistically, how heavy is it?
I don't think it matters, actually.
Like, there's the yellow tool bag that I have down in the understorage now. It's like 10 pounds.
I don't think that's really relevant.
No,
we have
not
all the
anymore.
details now.
Yeah, we have too many details. It's too odd for me and stuff like that. It's too weird. But she was describing it as like it's a heavy equipment bag. Like, but how does she know how heavy it is if she ever refused to lift it?
She said she's not refusing to lift it. She's saying she would have helped him.
The request was weird.
Yes.
It was a blatant, like, you're fucking testing me. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Side eye.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like some people were raised in like traditional.
I was raised like that.
Role. Yeah, I would say you were too. Like,
I was.
Yeah, just from like what we were just talking about. Like you take the heavier stuff because
I was raised that women are flowers, girls are flowers, and you're not supposed to hit them. I think that was Madison and I used to get in a lot of fights. And then Madison took advantage of that. She kind of bullied me a little bit because she knew that I wasn't supposed to hit her back. But I was raised of like chivalry, like I'm supposed to open the door. I'm supposed to lift the heavy items. You're a man. You have to do this. Like I was 100% raised with like the weight, the burden of being born of man and the additional responsibilities that come with it of like gender roles in the world. And I can admit that was 100% how my mom raised me.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not saying there is a right or wrong way. It is just like, I don't know, to each their own, right? In this situation, though, you are absolutely not in the wrong because what the hell is this?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
It is a test.
It's a straight up like test or you're an asshole. It's like a test or it's like you're an asshole and you have no chivalry. If I don't know. Just I know I appreciate you always like, being my teammate, my partner, and like helping me and stuff like that. You never just like sit back and you're like, nope, that's a man's job. He never does that. He does all of that. You're always there of like, how can I help? What can I lift? God damn, my fingers hurt because I'm lifting something that's too heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're always
and vice versa.
You're never like sitting there being like, no, that's your job.
Yeah, and vice versa. Like you do literally all the chores. You clean up, you cook. Oh, you don't really cook, but that's because I like cooking.
It's because you just like you're the way that you cook it. But it's like the way I like to make my coffee myself.
Yeah.
I enjoy the way that my coffee is made by my hands. You don't really enjoy the way that I make our food.
No, I don't.
You enjoy the way you make our food, and I am just I eat to live.
Yes.
So. But because you like to cook, that's why I try to do so much other stuff. I try to do all the dishes. I try to clean.
Exactly.
I try to like clean the bathroom. I clean the house, vacuum, dishes. I try to the laundry. The dishes after you've cleaned. I try to do all of that stuff. Yeah. And sometimes if I can, like I'll come and do like a little bit of prep work. Like, okay, you're cooking this. Okay, I'll cut this up. I'll get this ready. Like I'll prep it.
100%. Yeah.
I try to like do all the supporting stuff for you.
Yes. Top comment on this. I get the response of, if your partner asks for help, just try. But OP stated she knew the bag contained work tools, and the partner didn't have anything in their hands. My father has a tool bag that I literally cannot lift, and I know this. There's no reason to try. OP also describes the partner's demeanor. Not, can you please help me, but a straight-faced repeated command. Pick it up. This feels like some kind of control test. I'll probably get ripped apart for this, but not the asshole.
I'm really agreeing with that.
Yeah.
I just can't get over the fact of like heavy equipment bag, heavy work bag. One, I want to know what the trade is. I want to know what the freaking tools are. They vice grips, hammers, wrenches, sockets, ratchets, vice grips. I want to know what's in the tool bag. Because
how know if it's really relevant because she knows she couldn't pick it up, is what she's saying.
Why do you have such a heavy tool bag? Do you really want to be blowing out your back with a 50-pound tool bag to bring in?
Maybe he's 250-pound bodybuilder and she's 110-pound.
Maybe, but if you're just a regular person, your tool bag does not need to be that heavy. You are bringing too many tools.
Okay.
And
You are
somebody come at me in the
concerned for the wrong
comments.
person here.
No, I'm just obsessing over this little detail because I'm like, my tools are like 2 drills, like a socket set and stuff like that. Like you could eat, like I don't have anything that would be way too heavy
You don't
for
work
you to
in
lift.
trade.
Yeah, I do. I repair RVs. I repair ARV. I have
Dude, you don't know
things.
what. Okay, this is such a minor
But
detail that
that's
like.
no,
Why are
that
you
that
harping on this?
because I'm wondering like what's the trade? What are the tools? I know almost all the tools out there, so I'm like, why is this tool bag so heavy?
Dude.
I'm stuck up on this detail because I'm just
Yeah.
imagining this guy like struggling, like trying to like walk into the house with this giant ass tool bag, and like they're in her room. So what were they doing? Like putting together shelves? Like I would have to think it'd be like handyman tools, and which it would like shouldn't be that heavy unless your tools are from like the 1950s, pipe wrench or something.
Okay.
All right, back to me.
Yes.
Hey you that's listening. Hey, Mary Roberts, happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday, Mary. We heard from a little birdie. It's your birthday and you're a big fan of the podcast. So we just wanted to say hey and happy birthday. And thanks for your support.
Go, happy birthday. Go, Mary. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Mary. Go, Mary. Happy birthday. Teresa said I wasn't allowed to sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mary.
And now finish.
Happy birthday to you?
Yep.
Yes. Nailed
Complete.
Complete.
I will say you have a great sister.
Oh, you're not supposed to say that.
No, but she needs recognition too because that was so nice.
Yes, Maggie. Good job, great sister. All right, now back to the stories that you love. Would I be the asshole for asking my boyfriend to stop inviting his sister to our dates? I, 25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 27 male, for almost a year now. And for the most part, things have been great. He's kind, funny, and emotionally intelligent, or at least I thought so. One of the things I admired most about him early on was how close he is to his younger sister, 23 female. They talk daily, share inside jokes, and genuinely seem to enjoy each other's company. I thought it was sweet. I come from a more distant family, so seeing that kind of bond was refreshing. But lately, it's starting to feel like I'm dating both of them. Over the past few months, she's been joining us on what I assumed were supposed to be one-on-one dates. I'm talking dinner reservations, movie nights, even a weekend trip we planned for our anniversary.
Okay.
She was there. Sometimes he tells me she's coming, but often it's a surprise. I'll show up expecting a romantic evening, and suddenly it's a sibling hangout with me awkwardly tagging along. She's not rude, exactly. She's bubbly and confident, but she dominates the conversation, picks the restaurants, and once even made a joke like, quote, "You're lucky I approve of you." I laughed at the time, but it stuck with me. It felt like she was half joking, half warning me. I tried to bring it up gently. I told my boyfriend I love that he's so close with his sister, but I also want space to build our relationship, just the two of us. He got defensive immediately, said that I was being territorial and jealous and trying to isolate him from his family. I was stunned. I wasn't asking him to cut her off, just to stop bringing her to every single date. Since then, things have been tense. He's barely talking to me, and his sister posted a vague story about, quote, some people not respecting family bonds.
Oh my.
I didn't respond, but I feel like I'm being iced out for wanting something pretty normal in a romantic relationship. I'm starting to question everything. Is this dynamic healthy? Am I the one being unreasonable? I've asked friends and gotten mixed responses. Some say I should be grateful he's close to his family. Others say it sounds like emotional enmeshment. Would I be the asshole for asking my boyfriend to stop inviting his sister to our dates because I feel like a third wheel in my relationship? Why is this would I be the asshole? It's am I the asshole? You already asked him to stop doing that.
True. Yes. No, you're not the asshole. This is 100% emotional enmeshment, as she said. Whoever is saying that this is, you should be happy that they're close. How would you feel dating your partner and their sibling? Because I don't want that.
Like, it's one thing if your partner keeps asking for their sibling to be like, come on as a third wheel. Like, hey, can I bring, hey, should I invite that? Hey, should I invite that? Like, that's annoying. And that's one thing. And you're totally within your rights to say, no, I want single time. But then it's like just surprise showing up all the time.
Surprise.
Nah.
And then, yes, the threat of her being like, you're lucky I approve of you.
Yeah.
It's
almost been a year. It's time to get out.
Yes.
Top comment. You would not be the asshole. I'd break up with him. Rather than understand where you're coming from, he called you names and gaslit you. He didn't even care to hear you out. And he trashed you to his sister, and she feels comfortable enough to vague post about you. Close relationships are good. Codependent relationships are not. Don't date someone who makes you feel unreasonable for wanting to have one-on-one dates.
100%. There's
Absolutely.
a line. There's a line between close relationships and codependent relationships. And this has definitely crossed that.
No, your relationship is broken. It's never going back. You want to know why? Because your boyfriend can't self-contain his relationship. When Teresa and I get in a fight, we don't go running to our siblings saying, oh, this is what Denver did. Oh, this is what Teresa did. No, we keep that shit internal. That's internal affairs over here. And we don't badmouth each other to our siblings. Because you know what your sibling's going to do? Your sibling's on your side, biased as fuck, whether they like to be that or not.
Mhm.
And they're instantly going to be like tainted of their opinion of your relationship.
Exactly.
My number one advice for your family getting along with your partner is never tell your family anything bad about your partner. If you choose to stay with them after something that you don't like, that's your opinion. But if you tell your family, they're going to have their opinion on it too. And you do not want to deal with that. And it's not healthy for your relationship. He told his sister, and then his sister vague posted about you. You'll never have the same relationship with his sister. You never have the same relationship with him. Time to cut ties. It's done. You're done.
Yeah. It's already way far gone.
You're done. We're done.
And we're done.
Nice.
Woo, episode 90 is crazy.
That is insane. We're coming up.
Doesn't feel like it.
Coming up on 104. You know what 104 is?
104.
Yeah, it was episode 104.
Christmas?
I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of is. Not for the reason that you're thinking of.
I don't get it. What?
I mean, our first episode was Christmas.
Okay, I don't get it.
It'll be like 2 years, no? 104?
104 is 2 years?
52 plus 52?
But we didn't do 52 episodes in 1 year. The first year we did extra.
Shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like 5 weeks of bonus episodes before we started Patreon.
Like that, yeah.
Speaking of Patreon, if you want more bonus episodes, bonus songs, songs.
We are songwriters. We are musicians.
La 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 la.
I think that exists already. What's the same melody?
What? How is that the same? I just made random noises like a mouse. How is that a melody?
The same like notes. That doesn't exist.
I
Copyright
created
that
it.
shit.
Copyrighted. If you guys want bonus episodes with more stories, more Teresa and Denver, we got you. Fridays. We'll see you on Friday. Patreon's it. We got Patreon video, Patreon audio. Patreon also gets early access to these episodes that come out every Friday with the Patreon episode. And yeah. Hype it up. Hype it up. Do the thing.
It's worth it.
We're
like a family over there. There's a big group chat too.
There is a group chat. Any questions you got, you can DM us. And you also get more raunchy Teresa. She'll get wild.
I get crazy up in this bitch.
Yeah. And we'll give you guys more life updates. With that being said, let's move on to life updates. Holy shit. It has been
We're going to be here for another hour.
It's been a week. When's the last time we filmed? We were at Dryden. It was right before
after the tornado
warning.
And after
after Jackgate, Footballgate.
That was Patreon.
That was Patreon. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Last time we filmed Patreon. Did we talk about Footballgate on Patreon?
On Patreon, yes.
Yeah. Jack, we let him roam in the grass and he tried to run out of his harness and I come tackle him like a football and Teresa panicked.
Yep.
More details on Patreon if you want that. Moving on.
He's okay, though.
He's still here.
He's still with us.
He's right there. He's right there. Staring at us.
My precious boy.
Should have had the cat cam up. Oh.
Yeah, I know. They're both. Oh.
All right. We're leaving Dryden. Everything's good. We're like a week and a half in. We go through the Starling.
We're a weekend.
Yeah, we're a weekend. We go through the Starling drama.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to a Harvest Host. Then a Never Harvest Host. And we're on our third Harvest Host. We're getting the hang of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're professionals.
We're moving a lot.
Yeah. And the harvest host location was a nice little open field that had a pretty tight gate. And I got into it. And I was worried about getting into it, but then I got into it and it was like, oh, well, oh, we're all good. Oh, we're all good here. When we were leaving that day, I set the drone up. I put Teresa in the passenger seat. And I was like, babe, just slowly bring the drone forward as we move.
It's hard to fly a drone. If you've never flown a drone, it's freaking hard.
Yeah. Teresa just
it's
needs
a learning curve.
A little more practice.
Yep.
She's a little fidgety.
Yeah.
You're working on your smooth finger control instead of you flick it. You do a lot of flicks instead of smooth, slow movement. So
like it's a video game.
Yeah. So we're working on that. And I was like, we just need to get the drone needs to move forward a little bit at the same time the truck's moving forward, and it creates a cinematic feel. You don't want the camera to be stationary. You need a little bit of movement. So I put Teresa in the passenger seat and put the drone in there. Pull out of the gate. No problem. It was beautiful. The truck went a little bit onto the ditch. I backed up a little bit, made a little bit of a 3-point turn with the truck, and we pull out of the parking lot. Perfect. We're smooth sailing. Everything's hooked up. We're good. We go 2 kilometers. We get to the end of the road, and I look in the mirror, and there's something freaking dangling off the side of the RV. And I'm like, oh, man, that's not good. What is that? I hop out. We pull off on the side of a highway, kind of like a back road, the Trans-Canadian Highway. And I go look at the side, and Teresa, describe what you saw me doing.
So I was still in the passenger seat, and I'm looking at Denver in the mirror, and he is like, if you're watching on YouTube, he was like, oh my God. What the that's all how I can describe it.
Yeah, I felt like crying because the RV was separated at a joint. And I'm like looking at insulation and foam and seals ripping and bare
wires.
metal and wires, and the thing dangling is just hanging on by the light that was there. And I wanted to cry. I'm like, we're fucked.
He comes over to the passenger seat, and I've just seen his reaction, right? And he's like, there is so much damage. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, we gotta go home? Like,
and I'm like, babe, this is home. There is no going back home. This needs to be fixed right now.
Yeah, I was spiraling at that point. I was like, Jesus, I thought we were gonna have to take like a flight back to Toronto because there was no other way.
Just leave the truck too?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, the wheels still worked.
But yeah, you fix that shit.
When there's a Denver, there's a way, right? I
when
love
there's
that
a Denver,
saying.
There's a way. Because he literally fixes everything, guys. He's so self-sufficient. I applaud you. Because I don't know how you know everything.
At this point, I'm just thinking, if you're looking on YouTube and you haven't seen our TikTok, you're looking at the damage right now, and I'm just thinking, it's so far apart. I don't even know how I'm going to repair that. I'm going to need an RV place to do it. We can't travel tonight because we were doing a 4 hour travel tonight after work. You got off work at 4. We got 4 hours. I'm like, I don't think I can fix this. And then, I'm like, okay, let's just go to the Canadian Tire parking lot. I can reassess it. Let's get off this sketchy road and let's just do that. So I get in there. I realize it's just square aluminum tubing that is butted up against another square. It's like a backing plate. And it just kind of bent. And I'm like, I think if I just add a bunch of screws at the top and I work its way down, it will like suck the metal inwards and it'll flatten it out. And then I thought about doing a ratchet strap, and I ratchet strapped the bottom to bend it back. And then, I was able to just add like 20 screws, and it got like really close back together. It was almost straight. And I was like, damn. So like the only thing that's wrong here is the seal that keeps water out. So, and I used number 9 screws. It's like the thickness of the screws, and it would suck in and then it would like lose its grip and back out. So we've been 2 hours at this point, and I'm like, hey, it almost looks like it's back together. Let's just slap a little duct tape on these seals here in case we run into some rain tonight, but we can get back on the road. Went back inside, bought a whole bucket of number 12 screws because I'm like, I can work on this tomorrow. The next day we get to this harvest hose. We switched to this harvest hose late last minute.
Mm-hmm.
We don't arrive until 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
crazy. The guy was the nicest guy we've ever met.
Literally an angel sent from above.
He came down to the end of the road on his 4-wheeler and brought us up in the middle of foggy night into the parking spot. And then the next day he came back to check on us. And then he helped me repair it. Gave me a tour of his farm. It reminded me of the farm in back home in Toronto. It was like maple sugar shack. It was like almost all the same stuff. Workshop with like random scrap metal and drill press. It was literally everything that I have, just in a different orientation, and cool motorcycles and cool oil in his garage. Nicest guy I've ever met.
He reminded me so much of your uncle.
He did. It was like
so
Manitoba family or something, because we're in Manitoba at this point. We crossed from Ontario into Manitoba. Helps me put a bracket in, support it. I put the thicker screws in. It makes everything tighter, and then I just seal it up with RV tape. And it looks like there's white duct tape all around the corner, but it should be waterproof now. And the seal that was there, that was nice and fresh from the factory, it got really tangled up, and that's what was really far away. I think if I literally replaced that seal, it would be very close to almost noticing not much was done. And a lot of people, when I made that TikTok video, because I happened to go back to the drone shot, I'm like, babe, I think we caught this on the drone. Yeah. And we did catch the mistake on the drone. It seemed, when I was pulling the trailer out, didn't feel nothing. Mm-hmm. Didn't feel a tug, didn't feel anything. And the pole, the trailer swings, the back of it swings wider when you're doing a sharp turn than the wheels do. And it swung out a little bit wide, and it clipped the rear portion, and it just bent it. And it was perfectly on the drone shot. Didn't feel anything while we were driving. And everybody in the comments like roasted me, and it's just,
I can't stand it.
I think it's hilarious.
Triggering
At the time of recording this, that video's up to 250,000 views on our TikTok. I think it's our most popular TikTok on that channel.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No, I know it's not.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I just find it funny because some people are like, oh, I'm a truck driver. The people that have experienced it are like, oh, it happens. Mistakes happens. You learn a hard lesson. You'll watch out for that next time. And then the people who have never tried to do that, they're like, this is why you shouldn't buy a rig that long. This is why you should need to get a license. This is why, you learn how to drive. I'm like, okay, the next time that you make a mistake with anything you do in life, you should just abandon that. Just never do it again. The next time you bite your tongue while you're eating, just never eat food again. Like, you live and learn, like, whatever. I was actually able to repair for, like, some people were like, it's a write-off, $20,000, $50,000.
It was $50.
It was like $50. Some screws and some RV tape. Like, is it 100% fixed the way that
many people,
insurance claim would do it? No, but it's good enough.
So many people were like, how did you get this on video? Was it staged?
Yeah, we purposely wrecked our rig.
Did you think we...
It's like, have you never heard of a vlogger?
Like, what?
You don't know that people vlog?
You thought we actually fucked up our rig for 200,000 views?
Yeah.
For what? The creator fund in Canada?
Yeah.
Which is $0?
Exactly.
What?
So it's been entertaining, like, going through those comments. There's a lot of people who are like standing up for us. Like 1 out of 10 understands that mistakes happen, and they're like, bro, I'm a professional truck driver and I've clipped my trailer on things. Like, it happens. Whatever. We learned a hard lesson. What did we learn?
I always have to be out.
Teresa's outside from now on. Drone shots come secondary to Teresa being outside.
Yes.
And then Eric, nicest guy, helps us, seal us up. We're golden. We drive to the next Harvest Host. We get beautiful dinner at Boston Pizza. We meet Andrew, nicest farmer ever that happens to own the local Boston Pizza.
So nice here.
So nice. All right, so now we've had football gate with Jack. We've had post gate with ripping apart the RV and actually fixing it. It looks so terrible, and then it didn't cost very much to fix. Mm-hmm. A little bit of harder labor, and that didn't cost much. And then we get the next day after Manitoba, we come to Saskatchewan. We stop in like North Battlefield or something.
Battleford,
whatever. Some random parking lot for some museum. What do we call this one?
P-Gate.
P-Gate. P-Gate happens, guys. P-Gate happens.
We did, guys, we packed up. We woke up at 7 a.m. We packed up. This was our day that we were coming to Jasper, okay? Supposed to be coming to Jasper. And it was supposed to be a 6.5-hour drive. We woke up early. We packed up and everything. Did our full walk around. Made sure everything was good. And me, for some reason, in the morning, I drink so much water. I don't know why, but I drink a lot. And I had peed right before we literally locked up. And I was like, oh, I felt it. I needed to pee. And I was like, it's a 6.5 hour drive day. I don't want to stop half an hour in and have to pee. I'm like,
I think there's washrooms 50 feet over there. Do you want to go check that building? Remember I said that?
yep. And
Like, yeah. You're like,
I was like, the RV's right here. Let's just like open it up. Like, I'll go pee. So we did. And because of our slide outs, it blocks the hallway to the washroom. So we have to put the slide outs out. And Denver was saying because of the slide outs, we have to get somewhat level. So we had to pull down the left side jacks.
Yeah, I had read. I've been joining these RV forums and I've been watching other people's mistakes so that I can learn from them. And, you know, they say don't put your slide outs out if you're like unlevel because you could potentially like buckle and wreck the mechanisms that allow them to slide out. You need to be level when you do it. So I put the RV was tilting to the left. So I just put down the left side jacks until the RV went level. Open the slides up. I needed to use the washroom too, so we both ended up using the washroom. I think I might have been in there for a bit, got distracted. Maybe that's what caused this because the time, you know, we're done with the slide outs back in.
Put the slide outs back in, and I'm outside of the truck trying to watch, thinking I'm doing my due diligence as passenger princess and, you know, dotting all my T's, dotting all my I's, crossing my T's. Even though there's so much space in this parking lot, I'm like,
we're watching.
I'm watching.
You're watching for
can't hit anything.
Watching for the rear swing.
You're
watching for the rear swing.
We hit a pole again.
Make sure we don't hit a pole. And I put it in drive. And normally it's like it starts to creep forward right away. Like the truck's powerful, the trailer tow is easy. It usually starts to move. And you know, it didn't move. And I was like, well, we're around a shit ton of gopher holes. Like we almost broke our ankles 3 times here. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of gas. I give it a little bit of gas, and I give it a little bit more gas, and it moves forward like 2 feet. I'm like, nah, something's not right here. And I look in the mirror, and I see a dust cloud on the driver's side by the wheel. And I'm like, no, what did I do? What did I do, babe?
The jacks were still down.
We didn't bring up the leveling jacks on the left side.
Yay.
And I pulled it 2 to 3 feet forward, and the jack bent. Down. It was down and it crooked. Yeah. This is like 3-4 days after postgate.
Like
3 days. 2 days. 3 days after postgate. And now we have a leveling jack that's gone. And you need to put these things all the way up so you can drive. They can't stay down while you drive or they drag across the ground. And this one won't
It won't move.
It won't go up because it's bent. It can't pull it up if it's not straight. Now we need a jack. We're going to every RV place. We're in North Battleford. Two out of the 3 Apple Maps RV places don't exist anymore. We drove there. One of them's closed. So then we start calling Saskatchewan, which is an Saskatoon. An hour and a half back the opposite way that we drove through it the day before. And this is a Saturday.
Yep.
This one guy picks up Mr. RV in Saskatoon. Didn't get his name, but thank you, Mr. RV, because he picked up and he made a joke that, yeah, everybody's closed on Saturday. Nobody would be open. We're lucky that he picked up the phone. He just happened to be in his store trying to fix his own RV for the weekend. And we told him the situation that we just did, and we're trying to get to Jasper. And he's like, hey, I've got some of them in stock. Send me pictures. I send him pictures. I'm like, that's exactly what we need. I'm like, can we get it? He's like, if you're here in 20 minutes, I can sell it to you. I'm like, I'm an hour and 20 minutes from you. I'm like, can I pay you extra to stay there? And he was nice enough and he did.
Mm-hmm.
$50 to fix the RV that looked like it was torn in half at the back. It was about $50. A leveling jack?
It looked like it could be bent back into place. It looked like it just needed a little push, okay? It looked fixable. Yeah. It looked easy.
But if you know anything about hydraulics, they need to be absolutely perfect.
$1,500.
Yep.
A lot of money.
We were rolling out at 9. We actually rolled out at 3 p.m. We got back, replaced it, system worked, Thank God there was no
Thank the
hiccups.
Lordy.
And I had the tools and it was all good. And we get on our way. And that was a long drive day.
We didn't even make it to Jasper. We tapped out.
So much anxiety.
Yeah.
That was like the worst drive day. I keep looking back, the door over, is the tire blown off the side? Did we hit anything? Are the jacks up? Every time we stop for gas, I'm like, check the jacks. It was really stressful actually. Yeah. And we made it. It was gonna be an 8-hour travel day. We made it like what, 6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
We made it to Edson. And we tried booking other harvest hosts and every single one kept getting denied. I'm actually kind of happy they did though, because we pulled into a Walmart that was 0 minutes out of the way. It was on the parking lot was on the road. We didn't detour anything.
Yeah.
And then this morning, got Tim's, we got gas, and we were actually considering driving through to our parking spot last night and arriving at 1 a.m. and it was at 11, and I was like, honestly, it's dark, it's raining, it's now fogging. I'm scared to drive through the mountains because I don't know what the grades are like. And we're not even going to see like the mountains as we enter. I'm like, I'm tired. The cats had enough. They had been in the car for so long. They had enough. And I'm just like, I'm exhausted. Let's just call it. Let's pull into a Walmart and that's it. And we did. And it was so worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Because then, we woke up at our leisure this morning, and then we headed over here, and the views driving in were worth it by itself. Like,
absolutely incredible.
So incredible, so beautiful. Got us really hyped up for this stay.
Yeah.
And
we got into the campsite. Thank God we didn't try and back in here in the dark.
Yeah.
That would have been the silliest thing ever.
We would have fucked something else up.
Yeah, we would have hit the rock that's right at the entrance of our campsite. And then it felt like we had so much time in the day.
We did a lot. We went kayaking.
We did like a
mini hike,
like up a hill.
Up a hill.
And then we went kayaking on like, it was like a beautiful sand lake. Little pond lake. It was like a mini lake.
So blue. The bluest water I've ever seen in my life.
It was just pure sand. So it was just so blue. And then we went a little farther down to the beach area in Jasper.
Oh yeah. There was like
everybody is like, we were driving by it and people are like 500 meters out in the water and they're not even at their knees. It was like a sandbar, super wide. And I was like, that's super cool. So let's go check that out. We get in. We're like, oh yeah, it's not that cold. We're like, first like 10 feet from the shoreline, warm on your toes. 15 feet, the water was like -10.
Death. Like actually,
like your feet were going
my legs off.
Numb.
Death.
Yeah. And there's people like 500 meters out there. I'm like, how does it get warmer out there?
We asked somebody, she was like, no, it gets colder.
Yeah. And I'm like, are these
humans?
I'm trying to like, I'm not a little bitch. I'm going to grind this out. I'm going to go far. Teresa turned back.
I ran.
And I kept going. And then at one point, I'm like, I'm going to lose a toe.
It hurt. Like
it hurt.
The coldness hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they weren't human in there. I don't know. They were aliens.
I will say though, like when we were kayaking at that lake before, like it was so blissful and pretty that I was like, all right, this is what RV life, these are the moments that RV life is made for. And fucking Postgate and P-Gate has made it worth it. We just went through like the rockiest week. Hopefully like peak rockiness, because we just learned 2 huge major lessons for RV life. And hopefully it gets better from here on out.
One could hope.
We ended up having dinner in Jasper.
Oh yeah, then we went to Jasper town and
beautiful until we got poured on.
We were eating outside and then it just started pouring rain.
The truck was parked like 3 blocks away because there's no parking there, and I had taken my bicycle in to get it repaired, and I booked it back to the truck, got absolutely drenched, just wrecked. And then I came over with the truck and had Teresa had her heated seats on when she got in. The truck was nice and warm and heated seats, and she didn't get soaked, and it was great.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's my bad.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm Jasper is amazing so far. This is just day 1 and I'm so excited for the week ahead.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. That's the update. The craziest freaking RV roller coaster. Like, we thought about quitting. We were like, why are we doing this? The fuck do we get ourselves into?
Yeah.
People coming at me in the comments about we shouldn't have got such a long RV.
This is our full-time
We live here.
home. I understand people, like, most people don't live in this thing full-time.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand getting a smaller RV for like
sure.
weekend trips or summer trips or whatever, but this is our home now. So
Yeah.
I needed a big
Yeah.
living area. So
We just watch out for tail swing now.
Yep.
That's it.
all right.
Hope
if you've made it this far, I thank you so much.
Yeah, if you made it this far, we already know you smashed the like button if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we already know you've given us the 5-star Spotify review, because how could you listen this far of our episodes and not have done those things? Wink, wink. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. We appreciate it. I'll see you next week. That's all I've got.
That's all I've got too. Thank you for listening in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and ciao for now.
See you later. Signing off from Jasper National Park, Alberta, Canada.
Bye. No. Stop. Thank you.
Oh. I want to break up with my magic.
Oh, stop it.
My grandfather found out who he was buying his drugs from. What?
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend? My girlfather? What?
You said my grover.
My grandfather. My grandfather.
Sorry.